Drakkenheim is no more. Struck by a falling star, the city bathed in eldritch fire on that woeful eve. The tumultuous aftermath brought chaos, families torn asunder, and a kingdom shattered. 15 years later, monsters stalk the haunted streets of Drakkenheim. Caught amidst rival factions struggling to rule the rubble, three unlikely partners venture forth into the crumbling city in search of riches, renown, and revenge.
Welcome to Drakkenheim. This is our weekly Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition game with the Dungeon Dudes. That's me, Dungeon Master Monty Martin.
And I'm Kelly McLaughlin, and I'm going to be playing Sebastian Crowe, the half-elf shadow sorcerer. And we're joined today by our good friends.
Jill Denitis playing Veo Sjena, the Tabaxi Gloomstalker Ranger.
And Joe O'Gorman playing Pluto Jackson, the human battle master.
Tonight's episode of Dungeons & Drakkenheim has been sponsored by Skullsplitter Dice. They sent us this awesome collection of their premium metal dice for us to use at our games. And I'm still rolling with this very beautiful gold set of dice. I feel so fancy rolling them, and they're really, really satisfying. They got a really nice sound on the tabletop when we roll them.
I love these. They're so nice.
What's cool about this is that we are giving away a free set of Skullsplitter dice each month to one of our lucky viewers or subscribers. If you follow us on Twitch or subscribe to us on YouTube, all you have to do is follow the link in the description below to confirm your entry. And you get a +1 bonus if you follow us on Twitter as well. If you really like Skullsplitter Dice, we check them out at skullsplitterdice.com. And if you do like what you see when you want to pick up a set for yourself right now, we've got a discount code DDUDES, which you can use for 15% off your order. So thank you so much to Skullsplitter Dice for bringing us all the critical hits and critical failures in tonight's game.
Yay!
When last we left our heroes, they had ventured far from their haunting and far from their stomping grounds in the inner city of Drakkenheim, back out to Emberwood Village, the one-time hometown of Sebastian Crowe. Last time they had cut a deal with Oscar Yoren, who would investigate Queen Lenore and what had happened to her, but they have also secured a copy of his research notes and the Aqua Expergo potion, the very painful concoction that Pluto Jackson tested, field tested last week. How you feeling, Pluto?
Well, we know it works. And I'm going to get your dad to power wash my armor.
You might need all new armor by this point, man. It's
that's a stain that won't come out. Like OxyClean.
They use magic and it's still...
Yeah,
Still
like
on.
It's still there.
Having returned to Emberwood Village, our three heroes now are at Tobias Crowe's home, enjoying the company of River and Sebastian and River's former mentor, the mage Eldrick Runeweaver. After having we now have them in a bit of a meeting discussing the next steps, which was sidetracked for a moment because Sebastian has some questions. What kind of questions are they, Sebastian?
Who's my mom?
just like that.
No, are we diving right into this then?
Yeah, let's dive right in.
All right. My mother.
So,
Tell me about
More
this.
somber.
We-
More somber.
Got it.
we are in Tobias Crowe's home. The simple house which you remember growing up in, which has now grown in size, built far on the opposite side of Emberwood Village from the home that you were born in. The children are playing outside. It's later in the afternoon. Tobias has come home, and Moira has taken them out. She's been kind of fixing things for you all to eat. She's brought a few bits of food, and River and Eldrick are enjoying some tea. The two of them, when River and Eldrick are in the room together, it is very clear that they are representatives of the Amethyst Academy. Though the members of the Academy don't wear any sigils or insignia on their dress. They almost always wear purple in some way, a deep amethyst color, whether it's in their traveling robes or just on a bandana or in some way. River herself, her traveling cloak that she wears with a large hood. And Eldrick himself in a kind of purple overcoat that he's drawn up over. As Eldrick turns to speak to you, you can see his kind of wizened and pockmarked face and his big bushy beard, which scraggles out but has been cut into a square shape, the skull cap that he keeps on his face. And as he turns to speak again, he catches sight of Veo. He says, "Oh, speaking of cats," and jumping up over his cloak comes his cat, a smaller black cat with a very strange beard, also cropped in the same shape as Eldrick, off of its chin. And like Eldrick, its eyes glow with a soft amber light as it eyes you all over.
Do I know this cat, or is this a new addition? I guess it's been 15
It's
years,
never
so-
been clear how many cats Eldrick has had, but
they
they
all
all
have
seem to look like this.
I'm like, oh, and I pull out a little bit of like the literally last piece of candied salmon that I have. I'm like,
How many last pieces of candied salmon do you
I keep
have?
finding like
Crumbs?
it kind of opened in my
and
bag.
and as
so I'm
you
like,
as you hold it out,
I
the
think it's there.
the cat stretches out his neck in that very long cat-like way, almost perching precariously on Eldrick's shoulder to snap at the piece of salmon and keeping its balance. And Eldrick, as the cat does so, he doesn't even need to shift to move. The cat just knows how to manage its weight on his shoulder as it gnaws down on the candied salmon.
As it snaps, I'm just like, nah, rude, you know?
And Eldrick turns to the cat and says, "Brutus, mind your manners."
Best name ever. Can I have one, guys?
What?
I mean, it's only fair we have one.
I mean, I guess
so
that's the
we
same as
should-
Goofy owning Pluto,
yeah,
right?
there's a tier,
They're
a
both
hierarchy
dogs.
of cat ownership.
Eldrick sips his tea. He pulls his glasses down, kind of wipes them a little bit with a handkerchief before putting them back in place. And by this time, Tobias Crowe himself, his big red beard and blacksmith's muscles, he's kind of settled himself down. He's still covered in soot from the heat of the forge. He kind of wipes his head, and he sits down. He regards River and Eldrick with a little bit of suspicion as he sits down. From what you know, Sebastian, he's maybe only met Eldrick and your father have maybe only met once, and that was probably when Eldrick came to say, "I'm taking your son."
Interesting.
Tension.
So, you're telling me that everything that I need to know about my mother's in the old house. That's where we were at, I believe.
Eldrick speaks up and says, "That would be my best guess. There's information about Lenneth Eventide in some of the Mage Guild's archives. The archives that were in Drakkenheim, of course. For she worked out of the tower there for many, many years. So any of her work or research or notes about her would have been in that whole old tower. And if she retired to the countryside outside, perhaps she took some of her work with her as well."
I mean, I guess that makes sense. I never wanted to go back in that house. It's kind of, I don't know, not a happy place.
Tobias speaks up and says, "Son, there's no need to. Your mother's gone. You can let her spirit rest. There's no need to go digging around in old ghosts."
I just found out that my mom was a spellcaster. Not only a spellcaster, but one of the most powerful spellcasters in the last century. She's worked in Drakkenheim on the clock tower, which also is curious, and I have a lot of questions about that. I could get a lot of answers, not just about where I came from, where my powers came from, who I am, but also about the research I'm trying to do in Drakkenheim to figure out what happened here 15 years ago.
Boy, digging up the dead brings you nothing but more questions and more pain.
On the contrary, I've practiced a little necromancy.
He stops and he says, That's dark business, boy. If you want to go dredging up in that old house, he gets to his seat and walks over to one of the chests of drawers that is in the home, ruffles through them and produces a set of keys. And he throws them on the table. He says, "You can take those. Place has been locked up, boarded up. I was going to burn it, but I didn't. You're welcome to go."
I have to. I'm sorry. I mean, it's just a house, right? What's the worst that could happen?
Stop starting
Those
that
words.
with that. What the?
I'm trying to calm myself down, all right? That house makes me really uneasy. I don't like looking at it.
Ooh, what is it? Haunted?
I hope not.
Words.
Oh,
Words.
yeah.
I mean,
I'm sure it's fine.
when I was born, the dead raised from around here, and
Yeah.
so that kind of was a problem.
Um,
So yes, it might be haunted. There's a lot of spirits and undead and ghosts that
but think about all
are
the
around
jobs
my-
they created for people that dig graves.
That's
They
true.
made more money. Like, the system works. I think it's fine. We
River
should
speaks up
just-
and says, I mean, if you want to take some time for a personal errand, Sebastian, and go check this out, we still have some of our own business to settle, though, with the results of what you found in the city.
we also have a bunch of delirium.
And did your dad get the Mr. Crowe?
Yeah,
Did you receive our ore?
I did. I've got it in the shop.
Ooh.
You're welcome.
I'm excited to work with it. Should be very, very interesting. I think I might be able to make a few good weapons or maybe a nice suit of armor.
What was the delivery like? Did it just show up, or?
It was very curious. River showed up walking down the street bearing this big chunk of metal and rock on it was a purpley pink little floating disc. One of the most curious things I've ever seen, and I've seen some things growing up with this one.
My bad.
You scallywag.
River shrugs.
There was an incident.
And she says, "Your friends, pretty interesting ones back there, but I took care of it, don't worry."
The rats?
Yeah, they're fine.
Did you meet the rat prince?
Yeah, I don't want to ever be around him again. He's very, very creepy.
He's a really nice guy once you get to know him.
That's
You
true.
gotta get past that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have like a big group
And
thing.
this is coming from a feline point of view. He's a nice guy.
He's good people.
Now
River.
Eldrick speaks up and says, "River, Sebastian always made strange friends. After all, the two of you are friends."
That's right.
And River just kind of she can't turn red because she already is, but if she could, she might be.
So River, we've got a lot of this delirium here, and we're just wondering how much gold you're willing to give us for this chunk of rock, chunk of shiny.
How much do we have?
And
We
all the
have-
flowers.
14 shards of delirium, the
Oh,
largest
baby.
size of a deck of cards.
Plus getting the notes and the potion and some eldritch lilies for your research.
Bag of lilies.
Eldrick turns to River and says, "They kind of messed up the first time, didn't they?"
Oh, it's the
And
first thing you
River
bring up.
says, "Well, this does make up for it. I mean, this is a lot of delirium." Says, "Well,
What a effort.
It was double the effort.
I feel like you wouldn't have been as far as you are in this research had it not been for us taking the initiative to dig a little bit deeper.
I will never be the same. I was forever changed
By what? Carrying luggage?
by that potion.
Oh, the
By the
potion.
Yeah.
juice cleanse.
Yeah, you look skinnier.
I
Pluto.
definitely, yeah. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I feel
Probably
great.
lost a couple pounds.
Well.
You should feel great.
Eldrick says, so there's 14 shards of delirium,
14.
the lilies, the successful mission.
Our cat gave your cat salmon.
We can
that's
pay
gotta-
you
that's gotta
each
count for something.
500 gold pieces now.
Woo!
I mean, thank you. Thank you, kind sir.
That's a reasonable amount, I suppose.
Mhm.
Veo just starts purring a little bit, and she can't help it. She's just like,
Yeah,
yes.
A reasonable amount.
And we would like to know if there is any equipment that you will need for further work with the Amethyst Academy that we might be able to furnish for you.
I need an entire lab set up in the clock tower. So, if you can figure out a way to do that.
I have this alchemy stuff, and I pull out like all the damaged things. I found a twistle thing and a swirly bird, and I'm pretty sure this is used for stuff.
I have one Bunsen
River
burner.
passes and she says, "Oh, it's broken."
I have one Bunsen
just
burner on a
magic
shelf
that.
somewhere.
Just
That's
magic
that's
it
all I have.
back
Ooh,
together.
and an obelisk that burns people.
Yeah, it'll pretty much be our Bunsen burner.
So you need equipment.
Yes.
I
Oh,
feel
wait,
like maybe some better like backpacks or something to like hold our stuff. I feel like we've been carrying a lot of stuff.
I mean, a staff of power would be cool too.
We can't do that.
I've heard legend. Of
Yeah, I've
these
heard
But,
legends of that.
relics.
But
Eldrick says
Hook me up.
he
Relic.
he says he lifts into his kind of backpack that is assembled beside him, and he pulls off one of the satchels. It's an amethyst satchel that has been embroidered with several interlocking patterns on it, and he says, your payment is in this, and the bag can be considered a bonus.
What does the bag do?
It's a bag. I'm so excited.
open
for
up the
a free
bag.
bag.
It opens up, and you look inside, and it looks like about 3 or 4 feet. The bag is about 3 or 4 feet deeper than it should be, and at the bottom are several gold bars. And it looks like there's at least 1,500 gold pieces worth in gold bars, which must weigh several pounds. Yet the bag feels like it's almost empty.
I set the bag on the ground and I say, Pluto, hold my feet. And I climb into the bag and I start handing the metal bars up out of it.
So Pluto's holding this bag, and Sebastian climbs inside of it, and just like the top of him is poking out as he's like lifting the gold bars out.
And I try to hold the
and-
gold bar, and I'm like, "Ugh!" It's very heavy.
And as you do that, Tobias's eyes kind of go wide. It looks like he's probably never seen this much money before in his life. And Eldrick simply says, "Don't spend it all in one place." I noticed that that con man, Aldor the Immense, is still camped out here in town.
Con man?
We were just heading to him to buy some stuff.
Well,
Where else can we
it's
go?
more like a snake oil salesman.
He's selling a wand of web. Do you have one that I can buy for less than he's selling it?
Well, I hope it works. That's
Oh.
all I'll say.
Oh man, I always took
We should check on his
Alright.
return policy.
at least a warranty.
Yeah.
So, Eldrick says, Sebastian, despite the misgivings that the River has told me about, I'm very impressed with the work of you, Pluto, and Veo.
Thank you, sir.
Gracias.
Done well, and significantly better than the other survey teams that we've paid for to have explored Drakkenheim.
How are they doing?
Others?
We probably shouldn't talk about them. It's very depressing.
Will we find their names at the shack?
In any event, a few things are in motion that we're concerned about. You've no doubt seen that encampment of paladins of the Silver Order outside town.
Yep.
The hooded lanterns don't get along well with them. There's these strange religious followers here, the monsters, all these various groups. But the most important thing in the city is the Mage Tower. By far. There are things in that tower that regular people are not meant to meddle in. And it is of utmost importance that the Amethyst Academy secures it before any other group can gain any sort of foothold inside the city.
You have a lot of high-ranking mages. Why have you not tried to go in?
There are some interesting limitations, most notably the haze.
You're welcome.
With
For the
this
potions, just to be clear.
discovery and this work and the delirium samples that you've brought back for us, we think it is time to mobilize in the coming weeks. We would appreciate, however, to keep you on retainer, and perhaps once you have accumulated a stockpile of Oscar Yoren's solution, we would like to fund an expedition spearheaded by the three of you into the tower.
Sounds awesome.
Do I have to take more of that stuff?
I think we all do.
Oh, yeah.
Do I?
Almost
You might
certainly.
Yeah.
Would she?
Probably.
For the
Okay.
for the deep
Okay.
haze.
Well,
I say that we obtain some cloth and we wear it like diapers. And that solves one of our major problems
Well,
with that potion.
This is a noticeable limitation, and if what you say is true about this inoculation, that it only lasts a few hours and that it causes some extreme after effects, it will make it difficult to do what we need to do. But if we can get a sense of what the status of things are in the tower, then we might be able to come up with some alternative solutions. This is not a pressing matter yet, and obviously the resources are not available to us at this time to mount that expedition until we get sufficient quantity of this aqua expurgo.
I have a question for you. So we have research into channeling the delirium into spells. We have the potion to withstand the deep haze. Is there any research being done into how to get rid of the haze? Or have you tried things simple like a wind spell to try to clear a path?
There is significant resistance amongst upper members of the guild to even venturing into the ruins personally. These measures that you're suggesting, using wind spells and others, may be possible, but we are concerned about the presence of wild magics, the effects of the haze. All of these are aggravating factors, and there's not complete alignment within the Academy over the way to proceed. This is a delicate matter, and we're going to continue working on it.
I have another question. So the tower is above the haze, correct?
In theory, it should reach above the haze.
Okay. Have you looked at other ways of flying into the tower? Just to see what the Amethyst Academy has come up with for their own.
like on a broom or something. Or a magic carpet.
Like ride a harpy in there or
The
something.
Just
issue, of course, is that we find that many of the defenses the tower was designed to protect others against now makes it difficult for our own methods to access it.
That makes sense.
Oh.
Most notably because many of those defenses that were in place around the tower were put in place by the mages who resided in that tower, and not by other members of the Academy at large. Each tower of the Academy operates somewhat autonomously from the others, and this is to prevent any one group of mages from having supremacy over all the others. So our ability to bypass these is contingent on finding former members that would have worked in the Drakkenheim Tower, of which there are not that.
Your mom?
She's not around anymore, Pluto. We've been over this.
What?
Maybe
Your
she'll have some
mom's
info though. if
Where's
you can
your
find
mom?
Some research.
No.
Alternative.
River says, but Eldrick, I mean, it's possible that she still could have had her key ring, any of her wards or amulets. Like, she might not have. She might have kept those. The Academy wouldn't have necessarily taken them from her, would they? And Eldrick replies, "It's entirely possible. Tobias, did your wife have any strange jewelry? Amethyst jewelry, diamonds, rings,
Did you
anything
write
that she
down
kept
the
of those
Wi-Fi
kind of
password
baubles?"
somewhere?
To which Tobias replies, "She had money. That was all I knew. But she never displayed it. She had all these airs of being so sophisticated, but she seemed so down to earth. That was why I loved her. She never wore jewelry, not when I knew her."
What about keepsakes? Like sentimental things like photos or a diary or...
She had a few portraits. She had the mirror that she loved.
Noted.
But beyond that, I can't think of anything else.
Would there be anybody else in the Amethyst Academy still?
She liked her
Elves.
books, of course. She had a great deal of books. She was always reading, but none of them ever looked like a spell book or anything like that to me.
Any other elves in the Amethyst Academy that were around when she was around?
Eldrick says, again, she was part of the Drakkenheim circle, so yes. But what's happened to them?
Maybe there's somebody out there who still knows more information about your mom.
I still think that we might be able to find something in that old house.
I wasn't planning on heading back and asking around. It would be a bit of a trek for me to leave and come back at this stage. But I could. I could at least contact some of my associates and see what we can find.
You have magic ways of communicating to one another, right?
We do.
Yes.
Why don't we see what's in that house first and see what we dig up? And if we find anything helpful, then we can move forward from there.
That sounds like a plan. In the meantime, River and I shall follow up. We shall see what we can do with these bits of delirium and potions that you found. And we'll take it from there.
And
Thank
You've
you.
done excellent work.
any
Thank
information
you.
you can find about the tower, maybe blueprints or any information. There's a basement of some sort. We'd like to know that too. But I know how secretive y'all
Eldrick,
Amethyst Academy
Eldrick
is.
chuckles and says, "The idea of mapping a tower of one of the mage guilds is a very funny idea." And River kind of River laughs
don't get
back.
it.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah, that's fair.
What a jokester.
Oh, can we set up a call schedule? Can you, like, do magic talk to my Herald over here? Like, in 2 days or something?
Well, you're just gonna go check out the house.
Yeah, we're going down the street. We can come back and say hey.
If we don't come back in 2 days,
Yeah, it's like
know
it's
that something happened to us.
a pretty old crummy house. Like it's what, 2
I
floors?
meant like going forward. Like, is there like a? Can we have like a call schedule? Like, you do magic talk. What's that
Certainly.
one?
Do I know how to do that? I don't
You don't.
No.
They can just contact
But
me.
you
River
know how
says,
River was gonna
once a
do
week.
it.
if you would
Maybe?
like in
We
the
can
future,
reestablish the.
I can contact you every other day.
Yeah, there you
That's a
go.
lot.
Sure.
I was gonna say
Okay.
maybe like once a week would be better. Is that not enough?
I hate talking on the phone.
It's kind of like magic texting, let's face it.
Okay, I'm okay with
Yeah,
texting.
yeah, it's texting.
I'll
come
text you
on.
once a week.
Mm.
Magic text.
Once a week. Yeah.
Hey,
you-
I'll just.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how
Okay.
it goes.
We're going to the scary house, aren't we?
It's not scary. It's terrifying.
Your dad owns multiple properties.
Well, one of them, I think the value has decreased
Significant.
since my birth.
And Tobias chips in, nothing else drives down real estate like a meteor crashing in your backyard.
Oh,
either.
that's true. That's fair.
Wait, a meteor crash in your backyard?
Drakkenheim is technically the.
Oh, yes, the
Yeah.
backyard.
It was a
like,
loose term.
Was it literally in your backyard? Is there some delirium we should be going to pick
Yeah,
up?
there's a big chunk of delirium in the middle
Veo's
of the.
ears perk up.
Arr?
Delirium in the backyard?
Oh, and
Salmon?
River says, speaking of which, River, I've got a little bit of an extra payment for you as well.
Veo.
Yeah.
I open up the package. What is it?
It is some whitefin tuna, a few more bits of candied salmon, and some haddock.
Oh, very fancy.
Oh, we need some batter now. Yes. Thank you. Yes.
Right.
Thank you.
You need to learn to deep fry.
figure it
Eldrick continues. Are you going now? Or shall we reminisce?
We can drink tea for the evening and leave in the morning.
I wouldn't mind that.
Not at nighttime. Yeah.
Also,
Not at the house at nighttime, please.
also, Dad, you might want to take a look at Pluto's armor. There's been a few incidents. You know me.
All right. We'll get you cleaned up, Pluto.
Thanks, man. I'm
That's city, I tell you. If you'd had if you'd had that Caspian armor you walked in with, you would have been walking back here naked.
No, you're absolutely right. Thank you, sir. You've been more than generous with your skills, and it saved my butt a few times. And I do have a lot of pride for Caspian armor, but man, it's garbage compared to this. This is so good. I know when I see well made, I won't try to pretend. I mean, my sword even, like, I found this cool javelin thing that I can stab harpies with. Like, I mean,
We'll give that a good sharpening too.
Yeah, thank you.
Alrighty. So the rest of the evening passes with tea and dinner with they have to set up an extra set of boards and tables now with all the people that are staying now in this tiny little crow house. And Moira and the children are utterly fascinated. They seem to be completely thrilled to have company over. Tobias is a little tired. He's a little after the conversation about your mother again, he's a little bit more withdrawn through the rest of the evening, and he really focuses on spending time with your brother and with your brother Sebastian, as well as Pluto, patching up Pluto's armor. They kind of go right around back to the extra things, and he pulls out the rivets and the tools, and they start cleaning things up and working on that. And you're beyond that, Veo, how are you going to spend the evening?
I'm hanging out with that cat. The little cat. I'm really curious about him, and I'm just like intrigued by his eyes, and I spend a little bit of time with him. But then other than that, I'm like, you know what? Everybody seems a little bit tense. Who wants a famous Veo massage? I feel like there's a lot of tension happening.
At those words, Brutus, the cat, who had seemed very reserved for most of the evening, seems to hear the word massage, and ears like perk up, and the cat kind of brushes right up over to you, almost oddly flirtatiously. But cats tend to do that.
Yeah. And I start, you know, when cats, like, they're trying to find a comfy spot and they just sit there and they massage. I do that with my hands on the cat. I'm just like, we're hanging out.
It's catception.
Yeah, this is like blowing my mind. I'm watching it like
I'm just like staring at this happening, being like, I don't know what to make of this. There's a cat massaging a cat.
what world is
One's
this?
big, one's small.
And we're like cooing at each other, like.
What a world we live in. Drakkenheim.
She killed so many people.
She's just a big softie.
And then I look over and I like give you like a sharp toothy grin, like, and I look really scary.
Sebastian, how are you gonna pass the evening?
There's a fireplace in this house, right?
Mm-hmm.
I light the fire and I sit down near it and I bring my 2 younger sisters over and I start telling them in great and slightly exaggerated detail the adventures that we've been on in the city.
They listen to you with rapt attention, and they seem to really fixate on the details of the garden and the tower. They just love hearing, but they get terrified and they scream when you tell the tales of all the monsters. But they love, like, as you tell them about the harpies that you battled in the clock tower, they stare at the feathers and like, this came from one of them. And your youngest sibling, she's still holding the harpy egg, like, she's not going to be a mean monster, is it? Is she?
I hope not.
No,
You take good care of it.
She'll have to learn to behave.
Otherwise, you'll learn to fight too.
If I acted like that, Mom would beat me up. And Pluto, yourself?
I'm gonna help Sebastian's dad clean my armor and try to kind of pick up a few and like organize my things. Like I feel like everything's been kind of like I'm very my soldierness, like, you know, now that I have a chance to rest, I have to put things back where they were, make sure my armor's clean, make sure my blades are sharpened, like kind of
as he's
things up.
As he's cleaning the armor and fixing it up with you, he says, it seems like he's taking stock of you, and he says, so I'm thinking I'm going to try putting together a suit of full plate armor, but with that meteoric iron you brought back. What you think?
I think that's a solid plan.
I think I've got a good start on it. I've got a good idea for where we can get started.
Yeah.
I'll have to get your measurements. We'll have to build it piece by piece. It'll take us a few weeks, but I think it's going to be something special. And he continues to talk about all his
and we start
ideas.
kind of
Yes.
like nerding out about the armor.
Yeah.
Oh, and you could do like a little flange here, and you could do like a swoop. And
He's like, do you want a T-cross for the visor, or shall we do kind of the...
what do you think?
I don't know. You kind of got to...
I'm thinking like for arrow deflection, but also for like sword and like bludgeoning. Like we start having like a...
And if we have
really
enough
great-
metal, we can do a chainmail coat underneath. If we really make the metal go far, we might be able to make a suit of barding for a steed.
Yes, I need a new horse. Mine died in the sewers.
Is it the one we kick on the way in?
As the evening passes,
The kicking
eventually
horse.
Eldrick and River finish their tea and their dinner, and they both retire back to Eldrick's carriage, which, as you only catch it for a glimpse, but as the door opens into the carriage, the room within is much larger than what the carriage seems to
Magic
be.
is so crazy.
I'm like looking out the window in awe, and I'm just like, I never got invited into that carriage. Been waiting years. Did you
One
guys
day.
see that?
One day. I didn't see anything. It's just a
Oh.
carriage.
Bigger on the inside.
Yes.
As the evening passes, Sebastian, you don't sleep at all. The
Probably
nightmares
not.
come back to you,
Oh no.
only of and in the nightmare you are dragged out of your bed by a dog who drags you back to a grave behind the old house where it devours your heart.
Am I screaming in the night?
Yeah. Eventually, when the morning comes around, it seems like someone at some point in the night moved you out to the barn because of the screaming.
And put a pillow over my head again.
Yeah.
That was me.
Veo's like strapped a pillow around my face and moved me into a pile of hay.
It's the night terrors again. You just...
Pile a bit of hay on you. You should have had a Veo massage to, ease that tension.
Yeah, you could have really gone
Next
for one.
time.
So that way I don't have to drag you out to the barn.
How did I know that the thought of going back to my creepy old house that I'm terrified of would give me nightmares?
Yeah, you brought up all these things right before you went to bed. Like, that's...
I also ate some snacks right before we went to sleep. It was a bad idea.
Did your sisters have nightmares too? From all the stories you told
No,
them?
our stories are cool. They think I'm cool. I told them to tell all of their friends about Sebastian Crowe.
Indigestion. It gets you.
Oh, guess we have to go in your scary old house now, don't we?
I mean, yeah, that's what I said, isn't it?
Can
That's
we
what we're
look in
doing.
the window?
You
Do you
guys
tell us about the dream?
tell you, yeah. We're eating breakfast, and I'm like, so I got eaten by a dog last night.
Wait, what?
In my dream, same dream that I have all the time.
Oh.
Dog drags me into the street, drags me back to my creepy house, eats me. It ate my heart this time.
What's that mean?
Oh.
I looked it up in this book of dreams, and apparently it means that there's great change coming.
Are you sure you're not part cat? Because I have very similar dreams of dogs chasing me around the streets of Drakkenheim.
I assure you, it's entirely
But they're
different.
like spots, like just mean dogs on the street.
I don't think we're having the same dream.
Oh, okay.
You can ask me about my dreams.
We will sometime.
He goes back to his bacon.
I had cool dreams too. Just kidding. I had a great sleep. I didn't dream at all. I wish I dreamt about dogs.
Do you?
I miss my horse.
Well, your dream probably actually means something compared to.
I've been having it all my life. I can't seem to figure out what the heck this dog means, but I feel like I've seen it outside of my dreams as well. Rarely, but like in the background sometimes.
Tell me there's a dog that follows you.
It's like I can't. You know when you see something move out of the corner of your eye and you look and there's nothing there?
No.
That means it's hiding now.
Wait, no.
That's a thing. That's a real thing, and it means
I've
it's
really
hiding.
great peripheral vision. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we're just being followed by a dog. I don't know. Never seen it out in the open.
Has a
just-
knoll been following us for weeks and you just never said anything?
Maybe.
The things you got to tell it to Baxi when you're traveling with them, okay?
I don't.
Your
Well,
dog's
heads up.
following
Is there
you.
anything you would all like to do before you set out?
I think I'm ready. Or
Do we get a long rest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm ready to go.
I'm down to 1 level of exhaustion, so I'm doing really good.
Nice.
I'm still feeling a little queasy from the how is it?
Aqua Expergo.
It just says like it says it magically. It's just like blah. That's what I picture.
I mean, as long as we survive this house in order to spend the awesome gold and eat the amazing fish that I got.
It's just a house, right?
I don't know.
Right? Just tell me.
Is there a reason why people aren't going to it?
Tell me it's just a house, please.
It's just a house.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good.
Let's
But is
go.
it though?
Yeah. It's just a place where somebody died. That happens. That's normal. That's a normal thing.
I'm
Well-
impressed that your dad owns 2 houses. Like,
I mean, the
that's
house
a lot
got kind of
ownership.
charred and weird. You'll see. Let's.
Yeah, I'm not freaked out by no
Your
houses.
stories kind of scared me. You don't
Well-
really like watch or listen to horror stories and then go to the place where the horror stories actually happen.
That
That's
is
just-
exactly what I do.
What?
We went to like
That
a
is what I get paid to do.
gooey
Follow
river.
horror stories.
There was a river of goo, and like things came out of it and bit us. There was like the swamp people and the lady whose face melted when you did mage hand stuff. This is a house. Like I feel like this is like a alley oop of adventures. Like I feel like this
Damn
is
it, Pluto. It's personal.
like this should be like
You know,
we're just going to an old house.
You're right.
You're putting confidence in my mind, and I feel good about it. So I'm gonna try to be as brave as Pluto, and
I'm
try not to
confident
be
and brave too.
such
And
a
we have the
scaredy
key.
cat.
It's not even like we have to break in. Remember all those houses that we've had to
Oh,
break
I like
into?
breaking into things.
Do you still want to just break in?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we'll do it.
Thanks, Pluto.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I put my arm around Sebastian. I'm like, come on.
We'll walk to the front door. We'll try the key, make sure it works, and then you just go to the window and smash it. Go in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll do that.
'Cause it feels cool.
I'll let Sebastian smash the
As
window.
you go to leave in the morning, Sebastian, Sybil comes up to you and she says, "Are you going to the old house?
Yeah, I am.
You know the kids in town, they sneak in the back window and they dare each other to stay there overnight.
Has anybody ever done it?
No one ever stays overnight.
Have you heard any stories about from the kids that went in?
They say all sorts of things. That there's a scary man that lives in the house that keeps a dog that will chase you at night. And they hear the rattling bones all through the upstairs bedroom."
Stories of a child. These aren't no.
Yeah,
It's
you're
just
an adult
making-
that casts magic. These
Yeah.
are kid
And
stories.
Emma turns to Sybil and says, "Sybil, everyone knows that's not true. Everyone says that the reason why they don't stay the night is because they go upstairs to that creepy mirror and it shows you what you look like when you're dead."
Yeah, obviously.
Have you looked at it?
Remember that confidence that I had just a moment ago?
Have you looked at it, Sybil?
No, that house is so scary. It's crazy.
It's just a house. It's. You guys don't know what you're talking about. You're little kids. I'm sorry, I got angry.
I can't believe that Dad used to live there.
It was a very nice place. I don't actually remember. I'm making that up.
Yeah.
I just like to pretend in my dreams that it's a nice place before I ruined it with my birth.
We don't tell any of our friends that it used to be our dad's house. Most kids don't know.
Everybody knew when I was growing up. They all made fun of me for it. Anyway,
I did. I made fun of you for it.
yeah. Wait.
I mean, yeah, those mean Drakkenheim kids making fun of you for living in that old scary house.
Thank you for the stories. They're great. They're wonderful. They're great stories. We're going to go to that house now.
Okay. I'll bet you can't stay there overnight.
It's just a house.
Probably not.
Sebastian, it's just a house. Just stay in the house overnight. We'll
Don't
all
worry.
stay.
A few years ago, some of the older girls dared Peter to stay there, and he couldn't stay out either. He won't admit it.
Yeah, but Peter's a doofus.
Are you better than Peter?
I'm better than Peter. He's
Well-
11.
Well, then you can. Yeah, then you should.
I'm better than an 11-year-old. He can't even cast Mage Hand.
I turned to the girls and I'm like, next time I come over, I'm going to tell you the scariest story right before you go to bed.
Really? Promise?
Promise.
Awesome.
Away we go to the house. The fine, normal, everyday house.
So you make your way across Emberwood Village. The general hustle and bustle through as you move through the town square, across the Emberwash River, and to the wrong side of town, where the old Crow Manor House is. It really doesn't deserve the title of a manor house, but it is a finer building than most of the other homes in Emberwood Village. It lies on a small estate with a set of low rising hills in the back and a fair amount of dilapidated and overgrown farmland out around the back. A few puddles collect in the estate ahead of it, a large hedgerow in front. It's a 3-story home with high steepled roofs and high windows that would have once been glass, were they not now completely boarded up. Outside of all the windows of the house are the clear telltale signs of burn marks coming up out of them, but they emerge in strange, wispy patterns that seem reminiscent of fire, but almost not. The paint on the outside, the plaster, is peeling in many places, revealing the stonework and timber underneath. And the front double doors are closed and boarded over, and you can see that there's chains and a padlock hanging across the doors as well. There's a few gnarled pine trees growing up out the front, almost as high as the house. And as you approach the sunny and warmer day, Sebastian suddenly turns cold. And almost in a moment, a cloud, a storm front, breaks in. And all you can hear is barking and howling.
Do you guys hear that? Do they hear it?
It's
No.
warm.
No. I don't
And
hear
there's
it.
almost no barking here, which is really nice.
Do you see the storm and no barking? Or
Do
It's
they
gone.
They don't see the storm either.
No, it's gone. There was never any storm. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what storm?
Are we like just out front?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you having an incident?
Do you guys want to go for beers? Do you guys want to
No,
go to the
no,
no.
you
tavern?
said we were
Come
going
on.
in here.
We
Come on.
we could just go get a drink or four.
We're going in the scary house.
Call it a day. We have paladins to deal with, guys.
We have the scary house to deal with. Even though, I mean, it's actually a kind of nicer day here in Drakkenheim, which surprises me.
Doesn't feel nice.
Hopefully.
Look, we'll
good
do the
omen.
B&E. We'll break in so it'll feel cool.
It looks pretty boarded up. Like, so I unlock the door. Then what? We have
Then I
to.
smash the boards.
Okay. All right. Good.
So Sebastian
solved.
comes up and opens the lock, and
Yeah, Veo. Get it.
I'm like fumbling with the keys and like mumbling under my breath, like stupid barking.
you hear a chain, and all of a sudden you feel a barking right behind you.
I turn.
It's me. I'm barking.
There's,
I
it's just Sebastian. It's just Pluto talking to you. Like, hurry up.
Yeah,
Yeah?
come on. Do you not know how to use a key?
Were you just barking?
No, I don't bark.
I don't. Okay. Sorry. I'm gonna unlock this padlock now.
Did he just ask me if I was barking?
It was.
Is it a padlock?
Yeah. There's a padlock. I'm unlocking it. Okay.
As you push the key into the keyhole,
I don't know how
the
padlocks work.
padlock feels almost squishy, and you look down, and as you insert the key into the padlock, a gut of blood comes out as if you just stabbed someone in the heart.
Do you see this blood? Do they see the blood?
What blood?
God.
Blood,
Guys.
blood, just like. Come on, Sebastian.
There's.
What?
I feel.
You
Is
got
this the
this.
first
Can-
time you've opened a door?
Pluto.
What I was thinking.
Pluto, can you open the door for me?
Yeah, I'll open. Yeah, I
Okay,
was waiting
thank
for
you.
you. Yeah, why are
Thank you.
you running
I
this?
really need
Stand
to
over there.
I
Thieve
like
in here. I got
go and
thieves'
I
tools.
I face away from the house and like my back's turned and my arms are crossed and I'm like not looking back at it until I get the okay that we can go in.
Okay.
I'm gonna open the door.
I come up behind you. I take my claws and I just like on the back of your neck.
I turn around and shove you. Instinct.
Oh.
Now we're gonna start messing with you. Like
No,
I start
don't-
barking every once in a while.
Don't
just to
mess
see
with me. This is hard enough.
I'm a
I mean,
dog.
I don't really like those sounds, so I mean,
Mm.
Pluto. If you want to make both of us uncomfortable, go for it.
Is the door open yet, Pluto?
Yeah, it would took moments. Like,
Yeah. And you just rip the boards off that are boarding it over?
Yeah,
No, I want to do
you can help.
that. I just go and like body check the door
Yeah.
and just bounce off of it.
Every smack and crack of their hands and crowbars against the boards sounds like a barking hound, Sebastian.
I
But
walk
it's
back
not.
up to these two and I'm like, are you guys sure you don't hear anything weird?
What's weird? I mean,
Nothing.
You're being weird.
I'm being weird. Nothing, Veo. Don't worry about it.
just what's coming in your mouth is weird, but other than that, no.
Just like, is it okay? Do you need a minute?
No, I'm fine. Let's just go.
It's
It's just a house.
it's
It's just a house.
Say it again.
It's just a house.
Good job. I go into the house.
I follow.
I
I'm gonna-
hesitate.
Is it dark? Is it really?
There's no light in the There's no light in the house. The windows are boarded up, and as you open the front doors, the light of the day seeps in through the house, revealing the strewn leaves and debris, dust and dirt of the front foyer. It's a large foyered hallway with a staircase leading up and another set of stairs leading down to the cellar below. There are doors to your left and right, and there's a large bookcase and several vases, pots, other shelves. They seem to mostly be stripped of belongings, and scrawled on one of the walls in chalk is an inscription that says, "Bryant and Brandine were here," and then a heart drawn over it.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, if other people are coming here and signing their names, this can't be that bad.
I'm putting hearts.
Yeah, this place is fine.
Like a party house.
Party
Honey,
house.
I'm home.
So, what we need to look for is your mom's journal, or notes, or
Possibly books, mirrors. There's
A
also
mirror.
something about a key ring to get into the mage's tower.
and so that should be our focus. It's just a house that has that stuff in it.
Yeah, let's
We
just
go
loot
get
the
it.
place. It's just like any other house.
I'm gonna
Sounds like
turn
my
on the
kinda
drift
job.
globe.
Okay.
What color?
We're gonna go with Caspian gold.
Cool. A golden light illuminates the hallway.
Because it's mine.
The plaster
I'm
inside
Caspian.
is peeling, marred, and cracked. You can see that there's clear signs of mold and water damage. You can hear the floorboards creaking under your feet as you walk through the house.
Your dad did
Which
not
way
do a
will you
very
go?
good job of upkeeping this place.
I'm still in the doorway. I haven't stepped foot in yet. I'm just hanging out.
Now, because you were just a wee baby, you don't remember much of this.
I have
so,
no idea.
We gotta start. Let's look for the bedroom. That's where I keep stuff.
Let's go in a door.
Or up the stairs.
You want to go upstairs first?
Yeah, let's go upstairs.
Okay. I walk towards the steps.
Okay. It's a well-built staircase. You head up the stairs to another landing and another hallway above. In this hallway, there are a single set of doors at the far end, leading to an overhanging kind of balcony that was looking over the front doors, which had the windows of which were closed and boarded up and over as well. Then there are two smaller doors off to the on the left hand side, and another set of stairs leading up beside you. This hallway, you can see that there's a stain of what looks like either mold or water coming out of the master bedroom, the single door on the one side. And there's a few more marks of chalk and other things scrawled in and scrawled across the door beside the master bedroom door is simply the words, "If you want to see what happens when you die, look in the mirror at night." Signed, Bryant.
Guys, there's a creepy thing and scrawled on the thing up here. I'm scared already now.
Yeah. Does it look like anyone else walks in here? Does it look like there's other footprints? Is it
Examining
like-
around, there's some old bits of disturbance in the dust and dirt, but not much in the way that would indicate someone had been in here recently. If judging by the graffiti on some of the walls, it seems like over the years some kids have come in here but if any of them have come in here recently to stay around, some of the doors are hanging slightly ajar. But if kids have been in here recently, probably not.
I feel like Brian did a very thorough examination of this house.
As you guys are heading up the stairs, I finally run into the building and start chasing after you so I'm not left alone downstairs.
Okay.
I'm gonna go into the room that has the scrawled message
Master
on the door.
bedroom.
Do you want to
Yeah.
go to the master bedroom or
Yeah.
one of the... Okay.
It's the most reasonable place to start looking for stuff.
I mean, yeah, your mom probably would have been. Is that the room you were born in?
I don't know. Every time I would bring up my birth and stuff, I really didn't get told much by my dad. All I heard were stories from the other villagers about the storm and the undead and the weird magic and the horribleness of it all and how I suck and nobody likes me. So that's all that I got told about my birth. I don't know which room it was in. I don't know which bed it was in. I don't even know. It could have been the kitchen table.
Reasonably, probably would have been the master bedroom, but it's hard to say.
Maybe a water birth? Maybe in the bathroom?
Like a tub.
like maybe
Like in the basement
I
or
don't know.
something?
Well, we'll look for signs of where I was born, I guess.
My guess would be those flames that were ickering out the window.
Wasn't
Let's
that
follow
from
the
every
flames.
window?
Yeah, did you light the place on fire when you were born?
No.
It probably wouldn't have been standing if that had happened.
No, it just kind of got instantly old.
Weird.
I'm gonna go into the master bedroom.
Yeah, and I'm right behind you there.
Okay.
And the drift globe goes in first.
The master bedroom is relatively well appointed. Well, it would have been in its day. There's a large double bed covered with blackened, matted, and rotting sheets, in front of which is a large chest of drawers, which is locked and closed. There are several shelves that are filled with rotting books, and a fireplace across from the bed, several chairs and other chests of drawers, a ruined portrait of Lenneth and Tobias, and a large standing silver mirror in one corner with what looks like a hairline fracture through the middle of it.
That's the offending mirror.
Well, let's split up and start looking for key rings and stuff.
I call locked drawer.
Sebastian, look at the mirror for a second.
I look at the mirror.
Okay. You look in the mirror
Face your fears.
and you see yourself in the mirror,
Seems normal.
It's working.
but you're wearing a red cloak.
Not one for red. Seems odd.
Red.
Anything else? Do I look...
Otherwise, is it mirrored like perfectly?
It's mirrored perfectly, but you're wearing a red cloak.
Is it a fancy cloak?
No, it's looks like a red traveler's cape. That's about all.
Do I see that he's wearing a red cape?
Yeah. The reflection in the mirror is wearing a red cloak.
Ah, the old mirror of red cloaks.
Yeah,
I've heard
that's-
of that.
That's a weird one. This is not as scary as I thought it was going to be. What do you guys think? Do I look good in a cape?
I'm scared that there's a red cloak
Hmm?
on you in this mirror.
Hmm?
I mean, that actually doesn't surprise me. Your mom was pretty magical.
Yeah, a magic mirror doesn't surprise me. The kids made it sound like this was going to be horribly terrifying, but it's actually just letting me choose some new fashion trends.
But it says at night. It's not night.
Yeah, we might have to wait till night to get real freaked out.
Mm.
True.
I'm gonna go through the chest of drawers at the end of the bed.
Yeah, you
If you wanna help
open
me
up
with the lock,
the chest of drawers, and inside are several old matted pieces of clothing but inside is a red cloak.
Does it look like that one?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think I should put that on.
Really? You sure?
It looks really good on me.
We're gonna
Why?
solve the mystery of the haunted cloak.
I mean, so far this house isn't that scary. The scariest part was outside with all the dogs and storms.
There was no dog,
dogs
and there was no
storms.
storm.
I know, guys. I was just kidding. But I'm going to put this red cloak on now. Can I see it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
cool.
can have the cloak.
I put the cloak on and look back in the mirror.
I'm more blue and gold. Anyways.
You put the cloak on, and you look at your reflection in the mirror, and you look like a withered corpse wearing a red cloak.
I take the cloak off and look in the mirror.
As you take the cloak off, your reflection returns to normal, but you are still wearing the red cloak.
Mystery.
We got ourselves a red cloak corpse mirror.
What is
Classic. I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over and I want to look into the mirror.
As you look in the mirror, you see yourself reflected in the mirror, but you're wearing a pair of glasses.
Guys, my secret. I've been wearing contacts this whole time. Oh, the shame. The shame.
Guess you should find some glasses if you want to see scary stuff in the
My
mirror.
glasses. I'm gonna start frantically. Are we solving this?
I guess.
I feel like it's a mystery. There's a mystery afoot. I'm gonna start rummaging for glasses. I'm gonna just start
Yeah.
searching the room.
There's a large desk. And as you rummage around, many of the drawers in the desk are locked, but you've got the keys. And opening one of the compartments up,
Maybe the keys.
there are
Oh yeah.
a pair of glasses in the desk.
I feel so much smarter wearing glasses.
Give me your glasses.
I start saying, I start saying like, the root of the sum of 3/4 and other fancy nautical terms. Port.
As you look at the glasses, the lenses of the glasses are slightly tinted.
Oh, these hurt.
And looking back at them, they look really similar to the glasses that Eldrick wears.
Oh.
I'm just going to throw this out here, guys, but if you were a spellcaster who was famous for being an amazing spellcaster, and you moved to the suburbs for a quiet life, and you wanted to hide all of your magical secrets, what better way to hide them than through a puzzle involving a magical mirror and a bunch of mundane objects? It's a stretch, but I think there's something about this mirror that we need to figure out to unlock a secret.
Ooh, I think you should wear the glasses too.
I put on the glasses and the cape and look in the mirror.
You look in the mirror, and as you put the glasses on and put the cape on in the reflection, as you put the glasses on, the reflection of yourself in the mirror starts decaying and falling apart, and until just the flesh is completely withered away, and you're just a skeleton wearing a cloak and glasses.
I quickly hand the glasses back to Pluto and turn to Veo. And I'm like, Veo, look in the mirror.
Oh god, okay. I kind of like creep up to the mirror, kind of to the side, and I'm like, and I look in it.
And in the mirror, you are wearing a silver amulet.
I get the fancy jewelry. Silver
It's
amulet.
a very simple amulet with a locket on the end of it.
You guys check those things at the end of the bed, the trunks. I'm gonna look at this locked drawer over here. Do we still have the key to the initial one? We talked about?
He opened the drawer up already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, wrong drawer.
We need a pendant or an amulet.
We start rummaging the room for an amulet.
Mhm. You rummage around through the room, spending probably a good half hour like pulling the books off the shelves, but there's no sign of the amulet.
Damn it, Bryant. He probably took it for his girlfriend.
I'm going to try something crazy. Veo, come over here in front of the mirror.
Okay. And I walk in front of the mirror.
I reach out to try to put my hand through the mirror to grab the amulet.
You reach out, and are you wearing the cloak?
Yes.
As you reach out, your hand goes through the mirror.
What?
And it feels icy cold on the other side.
If I take the cloak off and try to reach through the mirror again, what happens?
Take the cloak off, you touch the mirror, and the mirror feels freezing cold, but your hand doesn't go through it.
So you guys might have to go in there. No, joking. Don't leave me here.
I do the glasses stick. I take off the glasses and I clean them. I go, whoa! But I don't need glasses.
I need to figure this out. I put the cloak on.
Mm-hmm.
I pull out my rope. Who wants to hold the end of my rope?
I think we can both hold the end of your rope. Right,
You're
Pluto?
at the end of your rope. I don't know.
Tie it
I'll
to
hold
you.
the rope.
I tie it around myself. I
I'm gonna
hand
ti-
the other end to these two.
I'm gonna tie it to the bed frame.
Good idea.
Okay.
And with the cloak on, I hop into the mirror.
Okay. You step through the mirror, and as you push your face through the mirror, a blast of freezing cold seizes you up, and you feel like you're standing almost in a freezer. And you look out, and you're standing on a platform. Ahead of you is a darkened stone hallway made of black obsidian that recedes into the darkness. And as you look behind you, you've just stepped out of another mirror. But then behind you, you can see that you are floating on a crumbling platform with the mirror and the hallway in a sea of blackness. That with this hallway leading into this solid chunk of obsidian that is floating in this black void. And all you can see is on the opposite faces, it's like a balcony outside this floating black, like giant obelisk floating in space. And as you look to your left and right, you can see that it looks like there are two sapphire windows about 60 feet away down through the void in the obsidian chunk that the passageway leads into. And as you look over to one of the pieces of glass, you can see that there is a huddled figure with a gray hand pressing against the glass, and it's wearing a cloak over its face. And it puts its hand up against the window and then steps away.
How far am I from that window?
60 feet.
If I touch the mirror, what happens?
Are you wearing the glasses?
No.
Nothing.
wait, yes.
Nothing happens. And on the other side of things,
Yeah.
the rope has snapped off.
Uh-oh.
I'm panicking a little bit.
After Sebastian walked all the way through, the rope snapped off, and he completely disappeared from the room.
Pluto!
I
Pluto, get my friend back!
I don't know.
I
the
don't
rope.
notice, and I start approaching the obsidian block.
I start banging on the mirror. No, Pluto, go get him!
Where's
The
my
hallway
glasses?
leads to a staircase that goes further up. What are the two of you going to do?
I can't do anything right
I'm just-
now.
We gotta figure out We need to find.
Are you
the
wearing the
pendant.
glasses?
I'll put the glasses on.
Put the glasses
Your
on.
hand gut does go through the glass.
We gotta find the pendant.
Yeah.
Wait, if I give the glasses to
Can you
Veo,
just wait? Can you poke your head through and tell Sebastian to come back here for a second? We should not be going alone. I don't want to be left here alone in the scary
Yes,
house.
I can do that. I will deliver the message. I'm talking very regal now because I have glasses. I'm a glasses man. Don't judge me. I have glasses. They're good glasses.
Ouch.
I poke my head through the mirror.
Mm-hmm. You can see.
Wait, I do the.
I'm like walking.
You see what
towards-
Sebastian sees, and you can see that he's walking towards a hallway which ends in a staircase in the midst of this blackened void.
Is the rope near the ground?
Yeah, it's dragging along behind
I grab the rope and I just yank it.
him. Sebastian turns around.
What?
It's
Sorry,
polarized.
what?
Where you going, big guy?
Are you seeing this?
Yeah, you're in the mirror.
Yeah.
Can you come back?
Right. Yes. That's probably a good idea.
Just a little. We need you for the huddle.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. I turn around and I head back to the mirror.
Okay.
You go through the mirror.
I come through to the other side.
And I tackle you as soon as you come in with a big cat hug, being like, "Don't leave us!"
We thought we lost you.
It's
The rope broke. Did you?
the what? And I look down, I'm like, oh.
That freaked me out, man.
Oh man,
Okay.
that explains why I walked so far. Anyway. That was a good time, guys. There's some weird stuff going on in there. This mirror is possibly a good place to keep some magical stuff. I think we need to find that amulet, and we need to go back here.
All for one, together.
Okay.
Wait, I want to try something.
What if something happened to you?
I was curious.
I'm responsible for you too.
I know, I'm sorry.
Veo, try on these glasses,
I put them on.
and then try
It's
to
weird.
do the mirror. Poke
Right.
the mirror.
Try to poke the mirror.
She cannot move through it.
Gotta get the amulet. And give you the glasses back.
Oh,
We've looked through this whole room, right?
Yeah.
I
We have
guess
to
we
s-
should
There's a whole
explore
house.
the rest of the house looking for this amulet.
Yeah, we need to find this amulet.
And then we got to go into this mirror dimension.
Ooh.
Promise me we won't go in there until we find the amulet, though.
If we can find, yeah, I'm not stupid,
It's easy.
just
to
occasionally overly curious. If you guys can find like blankets or coats or something, it's a little cold in there.
I'll be okay. I'm fur covered.
Well, fine.
You have a jacket. Pluto
I
has.
pop my collar up and
metal
tuck it
armor.
all in
Yeah,
and
just
button
light
it
yourself
up.
on fire.
Oh, true,
Oh,
true,
yeah,
true,
true.
true. So yeah, this house is weird. Really, my dad lived here for years and never looked in the mirror,
Well,
or maybe he did and just was like, magic.
nuts.
That's weird. I don't like this mirror. Seems
Maybe,
like a
Maybe your mom kept it
Seems like a
covered or
crow
something.
thing.
Potentially.
yeah, true.
I don't know. Your mom seems a bit tricksy.
Oh, that's where I get it from.
Okay, here's the
Mhm.
question: did your dad ever mention a pendant or an amulet or?
My dad was very stern in the fact that if I brought up this house, he would kind of just change the subject. I don't have much help for
Kind
you
of on
guys.
our own here.
There's 2 other rooms outside in the hallway to check.
Yeah, we should. I feel like we should split up, cover more ground.
Nothing bad ever came from splitting up.
Not after what I just saw. You must be one sandwich short of a picnic. If you think we're gonna be splitting up in this crazy house.
Why? What's the worst that could happen?
Words.
the choice of you just know.
And I walk out of the room.
Where would a pendant be? Where would I be? And I put my glasses on and I start doing like.
I'm just pacing a little bit, just like trying to calm down a little bit after being a bit freaked out by the mirror. And you can tell like my fur is like on end. Like I'm like not having a good time in this house. So I want to find this amulet.
I'm actually having a great time in this house. There's a mirror that leads to another dimension. I love magic. And I love seeing magic. And so far this place isn't scary. It's just, well, it's a little scary. But it's also
You look
amazing.
Dead in the mirror. mirror. How's that
Yeah.
not scary? That's all I've seen so far.
Ooh, what if
Oh,
we
what
went
did
to
you
what
see?
your room was gonna be?
Did
Which
I have a
was-
room?
You were gonna probably
would
have
have
a
a
room.
I run across the hallway up to the other door, and I open it, and I'm like, bedroom?
You open the door, and in this room, it looks like it has been outfitted to be the bedroom for a child. It has a small cot-like bed and walls that have been painted blue that are cracked and peeling, and a set of drawers with that many of the drawers have all been pulled out, and the bits of rotting children's clothing scattered all over the floor. There's a rocking horse in one corner.
I rock the rocking horse casually as I look around the room.
It creaks as it rocks back and forth.
Whoa. Guys,
Baby Sebastian, baby Carrot Top.
this is where I was gonna live.
Take it in, soak it in.
I'm soaking. Are you guys like standing in the doorway? As I have a moment, I put my hand on the cot. It's a scene. Music swells.
Thinking about the amulet, is there anything I recognize about the amulet? Have I seen it before?
It was a silver locket-like amulet, roughly in a heart shape.
Okay. But I haven't seen it before.
No.
Okay.
I start looking around the room. Is there anything, any drawers to open? Any?
You look through the drawers. There's some ruined linens. A leather ball which has been deflated. Several children's blocks with alphabet letters on them.
Are they elven? Alphabet
Yes.
letters?
Yeah.
Aww.
I take the letter S for Sebastian and put it in my pocket.
Okay.
I got one. I got a toy from my childhood, guys.
Do you have this like big square sticking in your pocket?
I put in the bag. Was that a bag of holding, by the way? Is that what?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
bag of holding.
Am I holding on to that?
Sure.
Okay. I'll take it.
And there's a room beside this one, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I go back out of Sebastian's room and into this room, starting to kind of like move it around.
Yeah. This room is the door is stuck at first, but you're able to push through and open it up, and it's an empty room. For the most part, there's a few shelves and what looks like the disassembled frame of another small bed, as if it was purchased in anticipation of having a small family.
Oh wait, are you the firstborn?
I was the only born at the time, and I ruined everything.
So what's with the second bed?
They were probably planning to have a second kid after me, and I...
But like the day after?
Were you like a twin?
Like you could have a twin? Like why is there another bed?
Wait, is it
It's
like...
not assembled.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the timbers for things. There's a few other bits of rough storage
Don't put those
that are
thoughts
in
in
here.
Like they weren't expecting another kid and they were gonna get one?
Well, I mean...
Like maybe
you
they got
can-
a sale on beds. Like that's the only reason I'd buy two beds. It's just like
Two for one.
I starting to think like, what if they put two rooms together? It's like,
Maybe,
or you had, like,
maybe
did you-
when they built this house, they were like, we're going to have 2 kids. We might as well build 2 beds.
building beds.
There's nothing in here that I
building
can kind of
kids,
take apart. No? All
building
right.
beds and kids.
So we could either go downstairs to the rooms or there's some stairs going up.
Isn't there an
There's
attic?
also another room
There is
here.
an attic, and there is the ground level. Yeah,
I went
which you
to the
didn't
other
look
room.
in.
Oh,
any
you
of
went in the
rooms on
other room?
ground
That's
level.
what the second
Oh.
bedroom is.
So let's go into the attic.
Okay.
Drift globe,
Alright.
ahoy!
You gonna go first?
Yeah, send the drift globe up. Is there like a rickety stairs, like one of those pull down ones?
No, it's just a
Just-
stair that leads up.
Okay.
At the top of the stairs, the first room is a reading room with a rotting upholstered chair and a window that looks out that's kind of like a skylight style window that would have looked up to the night sky. That leads into the attic. Then afterwards, a doorway leads into the attic storage. And you... Who's taking point on that one?
It's my reading room. I read. I have glasses. I don't know if you noticed.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to read.
This would have been a solid guest bedroom.
You open up the attic, and it is dark, save the light that you are shining in from your drift globe. There are several large crates covered in linens up here. Probably about half a dozen. And several other chests of drawers and other pieces of furniture in various states of storage covered over. A sedan, a few other tables and chairs, other bits of things that look like they were never used. On top of one of the boxes sits a pair of rotting children's shoes that were probably never worn.
My shoes.
I wasn't sure where you were going with the rotting children shoes.
A bunch of rotting children lay on top of the box. No. Man, I own so much stuff that just got destroyed. It's really sad.
You guys are kind of hoarders, though, at the same time. Like, you could
Lots
really...
of furniture.
They were getting ready for a new baby. They were buying a lot of stuff. So, as I walk forward and I start examining the shoes. Does it fall in place with the stories I heard? Like, does it look like they wouldn't just leave everything here unless it is true that when I was born, the whole house like just kind of rotted.
Yeah. Yeah, like...
There'd be no reason to leave everything here unless it was destroyed. Yeah.
Well, as your father did tell you, in a large part, he kind of wanted to start over after all this.
True.
I go up to some of the crates with sheets on them and I start pulling off the sheets.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to open them up.
Inside several of the crates are... You open one of the crates up, and inside are several sets of immaculate purple robes.
Huh. More proof.
From the amethyst.
More proof of the academy.
I'm going to grab one of those
Yeah,
robes and
I
put them
think-
in my bag of holding.
Can you grab 3?
I will grab 3 purple robes.
And as you pull the robes away, beneath as well are just like what's in this crate is rather well preserved. It's really expensive women's clothing, in various styles, but there's at least about half a dozen dresses and blouses, things well embroidered and not quite what Queen Lenore was wearing, but you wouldn't be poor if you had these.
Say, put some in the bag for Queen Lenore.
Yeah. We could give her some new dress.
All right.
Yeah, she needs
I
to...
put some new clothes into the bag of holding.
I'm going to open up another...
Your mom's
Great.
pretty well
Mhm.
off.
Well,
Looking
yeah.
through the remainder of the
Yeah.
crates and opening
Super rich.
several of them up, one of them contains a bunch of musical instruments. All of them of elven make. And several others contain more belongings that probably would have belonged to your mother, but things that just seem like completely out of place. Pieces of furniture that are clearly of elven make. They're wooden pieces of furniture that don't look like they were carved so much as grown. And several other pieces of sheets and cloth and clothing. And that's all that the crates contain.
No jewelry.
Where's the pendant?
Are there any other rooms on this floor?
No.
Nothing up here.
Are we going to the...
There.
Main floor?
This was the top
Mhm.
floor.
Attic.
I mean, I guess there's still... We didn't check the first level.
Yeah, main
Yeah.
floor basement.
Well, down we go.
Yeah, this isn't
Yeah.
as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
no
I-
monsters here.
This is even...
Nobody
scary.
heard any barking. We're fine.
No. No barking.
None.
head
Okay.
down those
You're down on the
stairs.
first level.
I go into the door on the left near the entrance.
The one that leads into the larger room. Or
Yes, sir.
this leads into a kitchen with an adjoining pantry.
Nice.
The food is not good anymore.
Is there no
In
honey?
fact, it looks like of anything that was actually taken from here, the food and the cooking implements are mostly gone.
No honey.
What do you think happened to the honey when the rest of the place decayed instantly?
Honey doesn't go bad.
It does when magic is involved, I think.
The 15 to 20-year-old house, you have food.
You can eat 20-year-old
As soon as you see the kitchen,
No, I
you're like,
believe-
any honey?
Yeah,
Is there honey in there?
Because I don't trust anything else.
We're in
there
this
right
like
now.
dilapidated, scary
I'm
building.
sad, but I take out a piece of the fish that River gave me just as like compensation for not finding
Comfort
anything.
Would have been better with honey.
It would have been better with honey.
But
It's
nothing really of note. Okay. I go across the hall and I open the door to the big room.
This opens up to a large common room with another adjoining fireplace. There's a dining table and two large, well-upholstered chairs flanking on either side of the fireplace. A small small cabinet across the other way, and the door leading out to the backyard. The window in the back here has been broken open, and you can see that there's mud tracking through the floor. And as you look out the window, you can see in the back garden is a mound of dirt, like that of a freshly dug grave that has been covered over. The same grave that you saw in your dreams.
What the hell?
Do you want me to dig it up?
Yeah, there's a pendant in there. I'm like,
This grave looks fresh, guys.
I mean, you don't know what's a grave.
Yeah, it could just be a hole with
I
a
had a
person in
dream
it.
about this.
Veo,
Dreams.
Pluto, there's nothing there.
What?
Oh, I don't see it. Oh, okay.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
The grave in the garden.
It's just the garden.
It's my grave
What?
in the garden.
Oh, you have one of those moments.
I'm getting a bit morbid on me here, Sebastian. What the heck are you talking about?
It's gonna eat my heart.
What?
I don't want to be in here anymore, guys.
Then you go outside into
Do you
the.
need a slap in the
garden.
face?
No, thank you.
Okay. It
I
seems
turn
like you're-
I turn from the window and I go and sit in one of the chairs by the fire and like bury my head in my hands for a moment.
I kind of look over at Pluto and I'm like, what do we do?
I'm gonna put the fire on. I'm gonna make the fire.
As you go to set the fire, you can see that there is a still bit of wood left in the fireplace after all these years, enough to get the fireplace started.
I'm gonna clean it out first. Just kind of
Okay.
like. There's nothing. No weird things thrown in the fire. Okay, well I'm gonna make the fire.
Okay.
Does it look
You
like
light
someone's
the fire?
used it recently?
No,
Okay.
Is there a basement?
There is.
you can still see the pile of dirt out there, Sebastian.
I switch to the other chair so that I'm facing away from it.
Okay.
I walk up to Sebastian. I say, tell us what's going on.
Are you ignoring your problems?
Yes, that's what I do. Pluto.
You're acting stranger than normal. And I mean, that's saying something.
Guys, there's something happening to me being in this house, and it has me nervous. I don't know if it's my magic is acting funny. I don't know if the house is trying to communicate with me. Maybe the house is trying to communicate with me.
I'm gonna sit down in the other chair, and I'm gonna adjust my glasses, and I'm gonna go. Tell me how that makes you feel.
I
As you put the glasses on, you see there's a pile of dirt in the backyard. Like a freshly dug grave.
I climb out the window and I walk towards it.
Well,
That's
this
nice.
is Pluto that sees it.
me anymore.
Snap.
Yeah, like when you adjust the glasses, it's not there. But when you put them on, you can see it.
What are you exclaiming about? Don't tell me you're having visions
I'm gonna
too.
take the glasses off and put them back on, and it disappears, and it reappears, and it disappears, and it reappears.
The water that's affecting
Pluto,
us,
I
too.
need to dig up that grave. Come
What?
help me.
What
I will help you.
grave? What grave?
Here, try these glasses on.
What the? Okay, and I put them on.
And you see it.
Holy fish sticks!
I'm
We gotta
already out there, and I don't know. Is there a shovel nearby or something?
I throw the glasses away.
Yeah,
from
there's a
me.
rusty shovel in the back.
I
Okay.
collect
sure.
the glasses.
I start digging.
Whoa! Whoa! What is this grave? Those glasses.
It's too late. I'm digging.
What are you doing?
I gotta know.
You dig, and after a few short feet, there's a coffin.
I
gonna-
uncover the coffin,
I'm gonna
brushing it
have-
off.
My javelin ready.
Is there a name on it?
No, it's just a box.
I pull out my crowbar. I look back at you two.
Did you think you were gonna do this today?
Nope. And I pry open the lid.
Okay.
Inside the lid is the amulet that Veo saw in the mirror.
Don't touch it.
Is there a body or anything? Or just the amulet?
It's an empty coffin.
I pick up the amulet and I hold it up.
I don't want it.
Try it on.
Try it on.
Come on.
I take it reluctantly and I put it on.
Before we delve into the ruins again, a big thank you to Axe and Shield for providing us with the awesome gaming accessories we use. If you've seen, well, you haven't seen the initiative tracker yet, but it
No.
will probably come out. Also to Tabletop Audio for the great ambient music you're hearing, and finally 100 Years Bore for the amazing narration in our introduction video. If you're enjoying the stream and want to help support our work, check out our Patreon. You can find it by following the links below or at patreon.com/dungeon_dudes.
And of course, a big thank you to Skull Splitter Dice for sponsoring Dungeons of Drakkenheim and sending us some of their very, very cool all-metal dice that we are hopefully going to get to roll tonight. Because we haven't rolled any dice yet, have we? We're giving away a free set of Skull Splitter Dice every month to one of our lucky viewers. If you follow us on Twitch or subscribe to us on YouTube, all you have to do is follow the links right down below to confirm your entry, and you nab a +1 bonus if you follow us on Twitter as well. If you'd rather pick up a set for yourself, you can head on over to skullsplitterdice.com and use the discount code DDUDES at checkout to save 15% off your first order. And with that, let us delve back in. Our heroes have now assembled these strange pieces, a pair of glasses, a heart-shaped amulet, and a red cloak. Having dug one of them up from behind Sebastian Crowe's, the house that he was born in. I guess you can't really say it was your childhood home.
No, we moved out shortly after.
For unknown reasons.
For unknown reason.
These 3 pieces in hand, what will you do now?
You guys want to go through the mirror?
Assemble.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, let's figure this out and see
Yeah,
if
it
we
can't
can
be
find
weird
any-
or anything.
Couldn't
What's-
get any weirder than finding a grave for a heart-shaped necklace.
Yeah.
Hopefully not.
I have my glasses of true sight where they show me that I just love these glasses. I'm really into these glasses. Pluto might make them part of his
Attire.
no, they hurt my eyes. They're the wrong prescription.
Wrong prescription.
They just totally they're totally non-functional.
I prefer to stay in the dark about the scary things happening around me that I can't see.
Who's going through first?
I'll go.
All right.
Is it safe?
'Cause I'm
you both have done this before.
I'm
It's
the
my first
bravest.
time.
Okay. So Pluto, you put on the glasses and you step through the mirror. Who's next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
I hop through.
You put on the cloak and you step through.
I have the necklace on and I step in front of it. What do I see in the mirror?
You see your reflection. You're wearing the amulet, but your body is withered like a corpse.
And like old gray fur.
Falling off and patchy.
I don't age well. And I walk through.
Ooh.
Okay. As the three of you step through on the other side, you're standing on a platform outside of a massive black rock with 2 crystal windows 60 feet from the platform. The world around you is a swirling haze of inky blackness, descending into nothingness. Sebastian, it feels cold. You can feel it pulling at your heart. And the only feeling, though, that it feels, the feeling is best described for you is somehow it feels bizarrely like home. Like a familiar place. Like the cold is warm for you.
Doesn't feel so bad in here now.
It's a bit
Is
chilly.
it really cold?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you see my breath?
Can I see my breath?
No.
You don't have breath anymore. You've lost your breath.
I'm just like breathing like, and I point to the breath. I'm like, it's a bit nippy.
I don't really know what we're looking for here.
There's a single hallway that leads into the darkness, to which you can see a ramp leading upwards into the into the obsidian rock floating in the inky blackness.
Let's see what we can find.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah. I start to move forward, just kind of creeping along in the darkness. Is this like darkness that I can see through using my dark vision?
Yes, but you cannot see beyond your dark vision.
Okay.
Yeah. Pluto, are you bringing the light source of the drift globe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can it come through?
It does. It comes through, but its light is muted and it shines only at half range.
Okay.
Strange.
Creepy mirror dimension.
Must be a bit of magical darkness, maybe.
Seemingly concerning.
As you walk down this hallway, you can hear the pitter-patter of heavy pawed feet walking beside all of you. You can hear a low growling and a sniffing canine-like nose in the air around you.
I hear this.
Yeah. It's like it's smelling each one of you as you walk down the hallway. Sniffing.
Do my glasses see anything?
You turn down and you can see that in the darkness, walking beside each of you, smelling all of your butts, is a massive black canine. As it walks forward, it's almost like the shadows coalesce around it. It is hulking, and it has this there is little to its body, but the corded muscle, like an emaciated figure that has no body fat to it. It's just like this corded, stringy, thin muscle around it, and it sniffs each of you, and it seems, as you walk down, and it seems to be satisfied with the smell of each of you, and it continues to follow along down the hallway.
And I can't see this.
No, but you can hear it.
Only Pluto?
Pluto can see it through the glasses. When you take the glasses off, you can't see it.
I'm like
That
twisting and
freaks me
turning
out.
around, being like, is there a dog in here?
Yeah, you guys hear that this time, right?
I hear it, but doesn't mean I want it around me.
I saw it briefly
You saw
You
it?
saw it?
through the glasses.
What?
The glasses see all and know all.
Where is
I
it now?
assume.
Whoa.
It went down the hallway.
Oh, good.
It's just a dog.
What? Just a dog.
What did it look like?
It was like shadowy and big and black, and
That's the one that I have nightmares about every time that I'm screaming.
yeah, it loved it. It was sniffing your butt.
Was it sniffing my butt?
Oh yeah,
Was it sniffing your butt?
oh yeah,
Did it like it?
yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I didn't ask him, but yeah, I'm gonna say, in Caspia, dogs like butts, and I assume that dogs here like butts. Is that a correct? I'm an animal handler.
You come forward to the end of the hallway,
Took a lot of classes.
and it opens up into a large, roughly octagonal room. There are 2 globes of licking purple flames illuminating either corner that casts an eerie light of long shadows around a large pedestal, of which is a statue of a woman in the center of the room. The woman has her hand clasped in front of her breast as if holding an amulet that is not there, and her other hand as if hoisting a cloak that isn't there either. The statue is of Lena, eventide.
Oh my gosh. Wait, put your cloak on me.
And as you step into the room, the shadows begin to coalesce. The hound that was following you has departed. It's no longer there. Instead, you can see the shadows cast from the light in the either corner that is being cast over the shadow. The light in the 2 corners is casting direct shadows off of the statue. And as you come into the room, the shadows of the statue peel themselves off the floor, and they coalesce into twin shadows that are a mockery of the statue, winged and fanged with long, extended, gangly limbs. They hiss and poise themselves to strike.
Ooh.
What will you do?
And where are they in the room? Where are they in the room?
They're on the other side of the statue.
They're forming out of the statue, so we can go to our table camera.
Don't move me too far. I think we were coming out. Yeah,
And yeah, you said that you were leading the way.
I was.
How tall is the statue?
The statue is roughly 12 feet tall.
So cast the shadows across these.
I'm wearing the
Crossway?
glasses. They won't hurt me.
I'm wearing the cloak. They won't hurt me. Guys,
No one
I'm
ever
fine.
hit someone with glasses. That's
That is not true.
That's not true.
what?
Nothing.
I want to slide to one of the lights and see if I can put it out.
Okay. Roll for initiative.
Ooh, baby. Get my skull splitter
Oh, boy.
dice. Uh oh.
We all did very well. This will be good.
No.
Pluto, have you ever fought shadows before?
Yeah.
Fire.
use darkness. If it's all dark, then they disappear.
All right, what do we got?
9.
9 for Veo,
Yeah.
5.
5 for Sebastian.
6.
Okay.
That's the most disappointed. Okay.
Okay, so they get to go first.
Yay!
All right, as
And
you
they're called
Shadow
demons. Oh, okay.
It makes sense.
as they
Fun.
as they hiss, they sink back into the floors of the shadow that has been cast by the lights as they move forward and come and as they sink along the floor like a rippling, moving shadow. One of them comes up to who are the people in the front?
We have Veo, Pluto, then
Okay,
Sebastian.
so they're gonna come up to Veo and Pluto. Okay. And as they do so, they reach out and grasp with tendrils of shadows, poised to strike with their claws.
Yeah.
And I get a 16 versus Veo and a 7 versus Pluto.
Hits.
Okay. And Veo, the tendrils of shadow slash deeply into you, and you take 10 points of psychic damage. And as the creature does so, it slips into your own shadow and is like possessing the shadow behind you and flittering and flitting between the shadows around you.
Get it off! Get it off! Get it off!
No, get out of my shadow.
Can I cut my
Veo,
shadow
it
off?
is your turn.
Like Peter Pan. I immediately do Zephyr Strike to get at least on the other side of the room with no opportunity attack. So I get across to the other side of the room.
Okay. Pass them.
Yep. And then I take my long bow and I take my Dread Ambusher as well. So I get my 3 shots on my first turn.
Okay.
One of them with
Oh.
advantage.
Yuck.
Crit!
Critical hit. Wow.
No big deal.
Alright.
Good job.
Yay!
Keep doing that.
Yeah, do that more.
Skull Splitter dice.
Nice.
Skull Splitter, crit.
Dice. Uh, 25
Yeah.
plus 30 damage.
Oh man. Okay. So as your arrow whistles forward, as your own shadow pulls away past the creature, leaving it kind of floating in the light around it, your arrow whistles forward, striking the creature in the neck. But as it's composed of shadow, it almost parts out of the way for the arrow, and it thwangs into the wall behind it and snaps right beside Pluto's face. And bits of shadow stuff start leaking from the wound, but but it seems like almost like the arrow just grazed past it, like it wasn't fully there for it to be damaged by such a vicious, for it to be totally damaged by such a vicious blow.
I try to take another shot at it.
Okay.
22.
That hits.
Sorry, 21.
Wham.
21.
Wham bam.
19 damage. Same one.
Oh. Again, while your arrow does strike true, it doesn't quite, like, it's just shadow. There's nothing for it to find purchasing.
I take my third shot actually at, and it was a glowing orb on the wall, you said.
Mm-hmm.
Is it glass?
It might be.
I tried to take my third shot at it.
Sure.
I'm like, let's try to get this weird light out of here. And I hit it with a 22.
Give me the damage against it.
20.
The glass shatters. Turn off one of the lights. And the illumination dies out. And the creatures, they're still illuminated though by this light, this strange, almost shadow light. It's like almost like a black light that's covering the room. and they hiss and shriek as the light dies out, but continue moving forward. Pluto, you're up.
I hope this is helping and not hurting. I'm gonna take the drift globe and I'm gonna cast light right above the statue.
Cool. The light, is it just the light spell that the drift globe is, or is it daylight?
I think it can do daylight and light.
It's daylight.
Okay, cool. The daylight emanates from the drift globe, casting the entire room in a bright light, which drowns out the black light from the other light source. You can turn that off. The two creatures shriek, and the cloak of billowing shadows that was hovering over their bodies disappears, leaving behind this sickly, lithe, rubbery black body underneath, as if the shadow stuff that they were composed of has disappeared, and they're now thrust into a corporeal form.
You gross.
Sebastian, you're up.
Not so shadowy anymore, and I cast web on them.
Cool.
You got webbed by the doctor.
You got webbed.
Dr.
They
Webb.
find themselves in a sticky situation.
So at the start of their turns, unaccustomed to being restrained by physical matter, the creatures find themselves entwined in the webs, and you can see their unnatural forms struggling against the unexpected containment.
Is it sad? Is it like...
No, they're hissing and shrieking like...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Their
So there's no
mouths are
empathy.
distended and distorted. Their faces are too long. Their claws are still razor sharp. And the wings that they have of their bodies are caught in the webs. These are strange creatures indeed, but they are trapped. Cool.
Yeah, nice.
That
Good
said,
Thank you, everybody.
one of them is still within reach of you, Pluto, and it lashes out
Hi.
at you, getting a 9 to hit as it claws forward.
Hey, stop that. And I stab it with a repost.
Cool, you have advantage on the attack roll.
Oh, baby. Ooh, baby, I love the wits. 24.
Noise.
That's a hit.
And I'm stabbing with my trusty dusty spear.
Okay.
16 damage.
Nice. It is bloody.
And I go, stop it. Stop. No. Stop it, shadow weirdo.
Bad
Cool.
boy, bad.
Scolding him.
Next up is Veo. Because that was your reaction, correct?
Yeah.
So I then say, well, that's a bit easier to hit than a shadow, and I take my longbow and I fire my 2 shots at the same one I hit before.
Okay.
Crit.
What?
Wow.
What?
Thank you, Skull Splitter Dice,
Thank you.
for foiling Monty.
Veo picked the good dice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's buried somewhere.
24
It's
damage.
coming. It's coming. It's coming when
It is utterly destroyed
Yeah.
as the arrow pierces through, this time the same spot where you landed the previous crit in its neck, and it is fully solid with a thwack as this black bile leaks out from the wound, and the creature melts away into formless shadow.
Bye. And then I take the other shot.
Oh, my god, you
man.
rolled a 19. What is wrong with that die?
Nothing.
Nothing
it's
is wrong.
working perfectly.
It's so happy for me. And
It's working just as it's
17
intended
damage on the other one.
to. Nice stuff.
Yes.
Pluto, you're up.
Skewered it.
I'm gonna. This is for all the people that made fun of my glasses.
That was probably us.
I get a 15.
15 to hit. That hits.
Yay!
Yeah. Oh, nice. I forget if it's 12 damage.
It is bloodied.
And I'll hit it again. 24 for 7 damage.
As it writhes against the webs constraining it in place, you made all your attacks with advantage, correct? You thrust your sword down upon it, hacking away at bits of the shadow stuff that fly off of its body. It still endures, but rest of its forced into corporeal form, it's quickly being destroyed. Sebastian, you're up.
Why won't you die?
Get it, Carrot Top!
I'm going to set you on fire now. And I cast Firebolt at it.
Cool.
Point a finger at it. 24.
That is a hit. You have advantage on the attack roll.
Oh.
If you want to check for a crit.
24.
24. Okay.
Where am I? Oh, right. 10. 10 damage.
And as the blast of flame crashes into it, igniting the rest of the webs, it is consumed in flame and destroyed.
Pew, pew, pew.
Nice. Good teamwork.
Goodbye,
Yes.
darkness, my old friend.
It's one thing we do best. It's kill monsters.
Killing weird
Okay.
shadow people.
The light
Is that
in
what
this
we do
room, the
best?
daylight
that what we
cast
do
in this
best?
room now shows this octagonal room made of obsidian stone with white marble at the base of the statue of Lenneth. To the north end of the room, if it can be called north, there's a staircase leading upwards. There's a large set of engraved double doors engraved in a spiraling pattern, and a long hallway leads off to the east.
I'm not a smart man, but maybe we should give the statue all of our stuff.
Yeah.
Not like all of our stuff, but like the
Oh, thank God.
as tribute. Here's everything I own.
I start putting the stuff back in the bag that I was taking out. I'm like, good. I didn't want to give it my block.
Because it was missing the pendant, right?
Yeah. And I take the pendant and I put it on the statue.
And I was thinking, yeah, can you scurry up and
I can put the cloak
arrange
on there
mage
too. Oh
or
yeah.
mage
I
hand?
mage hand the cloak into the statue's hand.
Am I
As
gonna
I
give my
scurried up, I'm like, I
glasses?
probably should have let you mage hand this up too.
It's a
I'll
race.
Crawl back down. I have climbing speed.
Can someone do the glasses? It's too tall.
I
glasses
take the
too?
glasses and I put them on the statue as well.
Did you put the cloak, the amulet, and the glasses on the statue? The large obsidian doors creak open, revealing another wide hallway leading off to the west.
I say we go that way.
Your mom left us a fun house, and we get to play in her fun house.
Funhouse,
Yeah.
madhouse, you know.
Pretty cool, eh? My mom seems like a cool lady.
Yeah, it's like a scavenger hunt.
Wish I had met her.
A horror scavenger hunt.
Oh, that hit hard.
Oh, Sebastian.
And then you just kind of like walk.
Yeah, wish I had met her, and then I walk off towards the door.
I look at Pluto horrified, like, oh my god.
I've come to terms with
You
it.
know what? He's definitely burying this. We have to find a way to bring this up later with
Yeah.
we need to get it out.
We're gonna talk about this later.
Yeah,
Sebastian.
he's avoiding a lot of internal conflict
Which way will you go?
Through the doors.
through the cool doors that open.
I feel like we opened them for a reason, so I might as well go check it out. The others we already had access to, so I might as well wait.
Yeah, and they're probably traps.
Why would you put trapped? Oh, wait, the demons, right.
Remember the demon?
Remember the demons we just fought?
I wonder, did your mom put the demons here, or did the demons find their way here?
Ooh.
These are great questions.
Maybe you brought the demons with your birth.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Demon bringer.
Okay.
my life.
This long hallway stretches for about another 80 feet. Although quickly, it also veers off back to the south. At the end of the hallway is another set of double doors with a similar pattern to the first.
And do we see lights on the side of the hallway similar as what was in this room?
Yep, it is illuminated similarly.
Do you want me to shoot these lights out before we go in?
I think I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm on board.
Okay.
That sounds like I was trying to follow your lead. That's why I was worried about the drift globe. I didn't want to but I was like, yeah, super light is probably better than this weird.
No, that was an awesome move
Weird
with
light.
the daylight.
So yeah, I think if you guys want to knock these lights out,
Cool.
and then we'll walk
Yeah.
down the hallway.
So I take my bow out and I shoot the lights.
Sure. The lights are shot out. You can see as you aim to shoot the lights out that it looks like that there are small little puddles of water in the hallway. Almost like someone who had just come out of almost like watery footprints left by someone who's just come out of the shower.
Do you guys see these footprints?
Do we?
Yeah.
Just because we're in a creepy alternate dimension, I'm going to try to avoid stepping on the puddles of water because I'm scared of everything.
Makes sense.
You guys want to walk down this hallway avoiding water?
How about this? You walk forward and I'll step where you step.
Okay.
The puddles lead from the hallway going to the south back down to the other set of double doors.
I think we should follow it. I don't think the puddles are puddles. I mean, they are. That's a bad thought.
But then what are
Can
they?
I take back that
But
thought?
I wonder though if we need to somehow open the door as well. Is there another puzzle somewhere we need to open?
Perhaps
Yeah, whatever
to the
that.
south here.
We have to follow the puddles.
I'm gonna walk down the hallway to this corner and peer around it.
Okay. Peer around the corner, and you see that around the corner is a large room with a large crystal window looking out into the shadowy abyss. And as you look out, you can see it looks out onto the platform that you entered by.
Over here?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, this window.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I follow up behind you.
Yeah, the scale's a little off, but
I wanted to try something, but now I don't want to try it. Where I wanted to take back the glasses.
They'll get probably locked.
I wanted to see. Okay, I'm coming. I'm just coming.
We need a way back.
Are you sure?
We can mage hunt it, but I feel
Oh, yeah, I
like
can
we
always
need a way.
remove the glasses.
But then we can
But I
put
was
them
thinking
back on.
yeah, what if
I look into this room and say, I've never seen anything like this before.
no mirror dimension?
That's weird.
Even the inscriptions, it's strange. I've seen a lot in Drakkenheim.
That's fair.
True. No alternate dimensions in your 15 years of scavenging?
Nada.
First time for everything, I guess.
Hmm.
You taking notes? I am.
I do like puzzles
Mental
though.
notes.
In Caspia, I did a lot of puzzles.
Like brain teasers and stuff?
Yeah.
Like Rubik's
It was
Cubes?
part of my my monster hunting. It was about, solving little conundrums, especially for like certain monsters. They would always do like weird. You just like you can't just kill them. You gotta like figure out the root of 9 or something.
Do you want to use those puzzle solving skills to figure out what we're doing in this room?
Let's take a look at what else is in here.
I enter the room.
Okay.
You guys coming?
I'm actually a little
behind
excited.
you. You're like, yeah, Sudoku.
yeah, the crystal window looks out onto the shadowy plane. The room is again made of the same obsidian, marbled and vaulted in the ceilings. Another statue of Lenneth looks out over the chamber, but and a small bench is placed just a little bit away from the glass window.
Is this like an observation deck?
Yeah, we should go get some of the clothing.
Are there spots on this statue for... No?
Oh.
We can try it. Do you want me to...
I want to look. I want to stand where the statue is
Mm-hmm.
and look out. Like I want to look like where the statue is looking. Like if I was standing right in front of it, like what am I seeing?
If you look out, it looks right out onto the observation platform, and deep into the shadow.
Okay.
But beyond, it just is an inky blackness.
I'm gonna sit on the bench.
Okay, you've sat on the bench.
And
It's a cold stone bench.
my butt is cold, guys.
I'm gonna sit
Probably
beside you.
Shouldn't sit on the bench. I want to observe the statue. I want to
Come-
take a look.
Come sit.
Sit on the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's room for 3.
Is there
Just
room
barely, but yes.
Okay.
Okay. I come over and I sit on the bench, and I kind of look at you.
We
two, and I'm
solved
like,
your mystery. As I look
Why
around
was
waiting
it-
for like a lock
Yeah,
to
we're both like,
we're like waiting for it like and I
Mhm.
kind of like put weight on it. Like
There, you can hear some wet footsteps down the
We're
hall.
just sitting here.
harder,
Guys.
harder, Pluto.
Shh, guys.
I got to be louder with my butt.
Pluto, there's something coming.
What?
And you look and you can see that there's a hooded. Just as you look back down the hallway, you can see just these graying fingertips and a hooded head look over and then dart back away.
There's a thing
Uh-oh.
in the hallway. Gray hood, gray
Which-
hands.
Which way did it go?
Back down the hallway.
After it.
You can see that there are these as you head back to
Nobody
follow and
moves.
pursue. There are now a set of wet footprints leading back the way you came, and the other way.
Should we follow it?
Uh-oh.
Pluto, you're a monster hunter. Is this a monster?
I want to check the tracks. The footprints.
Yeah, good idea.
Are
They're
they
kind
foot
of-
or are they like barefoot? Like a shoe?
It's like the puddle left behind someone that has been doused in water.
Oh.
Yep. And after a short while, you can see that they're kind of freezing in the cold.
And is it water?
Yeah. I mean, you need to taste it to verify that.
That sounds like
But it looks like water.
Do I sense at all if my favorite enemy is nearby?
Do you sense the presence of undead creatures?
Yes.
No.
Oh.
These are not undead footprints. These are watery footprints.
Interesting. So it's not something that's dead per se. Might be some sort of
what about
Maybe it lives here.
Veo, can you sense like water nearby? Is that a,
I
is
don't
that a
have
big
skill.
ask? Is that an,
I don't have that ability.
like
I need one of those,
like,
you know,
like the forks?
forks.
It's
Tell me where
over
water
here.
is? I don't have one of those. Sorry.
Okay, well we'll get you one. Noted.
I think we should. So the
Get
footprints go
Veo
outside
waters.
the door, correct?
They go back outside the door that you came and back up the stairs.
Honestly, it's either we go towards a doorway that we can't really get access to, or we go through the doorway that's already open and we follow the wet steps and get this person a towel, maybe.
I want to. Can we go back to the statue?
Yeah.
I want to
Wait,
try something.
Which statue?
The big statue, the main, or
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
main
Let's
one.
go that way.
And I want Sebastian. I want you to take off the glasses, the robe, or the amulet. Take it back.
I take off the glasses.
The doors slam closed.
So this is important to know.
Where do the water footprints lead?
Up
It's
the
up the
staircase. to the
Okay.
door.
Do we go that way?
I think so.
Yeah, we
Let's
have
do
to.
it.
I feel like that's our best option.
Also, we might have opened that door that never gets opened and let something out.
Hooray.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go fix that.
Let's go. Let's go put it back in.
We head up the stairs.
Okay, you head up the stairs. As you go up the stairs, you go up the stairs.
Are we
and
still following the footprints?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Scene change.
We call this
Love the
the big
stonework.
room.
Marble.
I can't believe you guys abandoned this place. Like, this was a lot of real estate.
I don't think
You
we
could have
knew
grown
this
up
was here.
You could have grown up and had all of this. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
Nothing ominous about this.
Oh, I wonder if it's like that obelisk and it just melts you.
I feel like hanging out with you guys, the more I come across terrible, scary things, the more I'm okay with it, you know?
Yeah, you kind of get used to it after a while.
You get more comfortable.
Took me a bit this time, but I'm like, all right, we're back in the all the scary.
We're back in gear. Yeah, like I used to be really uncomfortable with losing my servants, but now it's like it's totally normal.
And
Okay.
Dirt? Yeah, you're getting used to that too.
So, as you
Muck.
come up the stairs, you come into a
Brine.
large laboratory. To the opposite side are a set of stairs leading up and another set of stairs leading down.
Oh man.
This room is lit in the same way as the previous room, made of obsidian with a large white marble center to it. It is roughly 60 feet by 60 feet square. It's actually a cube-shaped room. Around this room are all manner of what would be considered state-of-the-art laboratory equipment. Many things, and you can feel a thrumming of arcane energy echoing from the lights in this chamber into what is a central spire in the middle. It is an arcane apparatus hangs down from the ceiling like a stalactite, chat will correct me if it's stalagmite or stalactite, but they're basically, there's one coming up from both angles, and in the center is a spherical blue orb that seems to be filled with some sort of bubbling, shadowy liquid. There are many cables that are hanging from the stalactite down into the orb in the center, and all around are other beakers, bits of laboratory equipment, other apparatuses, and interestingly enough, it looks like there's a small metal staircase leading up to the orb. The orb itself is about 8 feet in diameter, 6 feet in diameter, and at the base of the stairs is a purple robe and a set of slippers.
Where do the water footprints go?
The water footprints go, confusingly, the water footprints go up the next set of stairs, but then there's another set of watery footprints coming from the set of stairs going downstairs, going up as well. The direction of which, so there's two sets of footprints, one going from your staircase,
man.
one going to the other staircase, both going up.
Maybe we caught someone when they were in like the shower.
The second
just
set of footprints
running
are
around.
frozen over though now.
Wow. It's pretty cool in here.
I guess I don't need that lab built anymore. I have a perfectly good one right
That's what I was
here.
thinking.
Just need to, throw a bit of decoration up, learn how to navigate.
Looks like there's a figure inside the orb.
Also kill the inhabitants
I-
of the current lab.
Get rid of these lights.
Oh yeah, are they shadowy lights too?
Yeah, they're illuminating the room.
Want to get rid of them?
Yeah, I'm gonna joyfully walk around like the clockwise
Smash 'em.
or whatever, and you can go and start smashing lights.
Okay.
Yeah, I take an arrow and I hit two of them. And you get the other two.
I head up the little staircase and examine the orb.
Smash, smash, smash.
Inside the orb is a body. The body is hairless. It's a woman. And as the body kind of floats in space, you can see that the woman's face is your mother's.
What the? What the?
And you said your mom was dead. And I said we should just go ask her where the things are. And now she's here. So we can... Oh, do you need a minute? Do you need a minute to process this?
It's Mama Carrot Top.
I mean, she has no hair.
She kind of bailed on you to go... I think, you know those salt tanks?
Dude.
Like those sea tanks?
Do I know what's going on here? Like, is this like a clone spell? Or is this like... Are they...
You can make an Arcana check.
Oh my gosh, what if she's like making clones of herself and that's what's walking around all wet?
Yeah.
21.
As you examine it, you can see at the base of the orb is a gemstone that is set in place. This is the focusing lens for and the equipment for the clone spell.
Who's cloning your mom?
But this gemstone would be the soul catcher. This clone is not animate. It is not active. It is waiting for a soul.
What?
My mom's soul or any soul?
Ostensibly, if this was created, if this is a clone of using the clone spell,
Yeah.
it would be waiting for her soul.
So someone's trying to clone your mom.
I mean, that's not a terrible thing though, is it?
I'm going to go back with the weirdest questions. Just going to like river and...
Should we sort
see.
out water footprints?
I say we leave this for now, yeah.
Okay. I mean,
Like
it's,
we know where you're.
it probably takes me a bit. Like, you guys are like, hey, we're going to go investigate this thing. And I'm like just entranced staring at my mom's body in a sphere in the middle of an alternate dimension. Yeah, I guess, yeah.
I put my
Okay.
hand on your shoulder and I'm like, don't worry about it, we'll figure this out.
Is that your mom?
That's my mom, guys. Pluto, meet my mom. Veo, you meet my mom too.
Hi, Mama Carrot Top.
It's nice to meet you.
She's probably not,
I yell into
there
the
yet.
orb.
We can go for picnics and
Okay,
I
but
mean,
before you get that far, we should probably figure out what the heck is going on
Yeah,
in
we
this
should
place.
probably. Yeah, I'm gonna revert my attention back to water footprints.
We'll
Okay.
go on a picnic together regardless, okay?
okay, sounds good.
As long as there's fish.
Okay. Yeah, Veo really wants to go picnic.
Egg salad,
I
tuna,
accept your request for picnic.
crackers,
All right,
and
let's-
cheese.
Let's follow the
Mm,
footsteps.
We'll figure it out. Let's go
Fruits,
upstairs.
assorted fruit wedges,
Yes. Pineapple.
watermelon.
Apple.
Up the stairs we go. So I start to walk and I still got my hand on your shoulder and I start to pull you towards the stairs, but then
I'm
go.
still naming things that I could bring on my
Okay.
picnic as you drag me away.
And I'm mouth watering thinking about this. I'm like, no, not the time
And
to think
I'm
about food.
gonna go. And that you said the fresher set leads up or down.
the fresher set leads up.
Then we're going up.
Going up.
We're gonna find
Okay.
out who's tracking water all through your new laboratory, and we're gonna. I'm probably gonna stab them with a trident.
I'm probably going to set them on fire.
I might ask them some questions first. We'll see.
Oh,
What? This is usually your MO. You
yeah.
just
You're
shoot them
usually
with
the
an
shoot
arrow.
first, ask questions hours later when everybody's dead.
As you you head up the stairs,
I'm trying to change.
and the stairs come up to a landing,
Yeah.
and then go up another set of stairs, and they lead into another cube-shaped room, almost identical in size and shape to the first one. This one, however, and the stairs come up, and there's another set of stairs going back down again, and the ones that you came up, and then another set of stairs going up. The footprints continue going up, and in this room, in the center of the room, is a large magic circle.
That's probably how they get in and out,
Oh no.
right? Is that how that works?
Yeah. How does the magic circle work, Sebastian?
I learned to cast hypnotic pattern recently. Kind of just happened one day, and
Can you just wing it? Just make it up.
Okay.
Make it-
yeah, I'm a man of intelligence. I come over and I start trying to like, is it like just a line circle?
Well, this isn't a square.
Yeah, this is not a square.
Give me an Arcana check, sure.
21.
This is a prepared magic circle specifically for the use, specifically, and you recognize this because you've seen this kind of handiwork before. This is the type of magic circle that would be used for the summoning and binding of demons.
Oh, I've dabbled in this.
This explains the shadow things.
Yeah, this is a demon.
Yeah, that red ink.
Is that not ink?
It's not ink.
Oh.
Should we scratch this out or something? Can we do that? Like mess it up a bit?
Did I ever tell you guys I tried to summon a demon once?
No, actually.
Well,
Didn't go well.
I've heard stories.
We should
No, actually, I'm kind of with Veo on this. I'm gonna start to
Scratch it
scratch.
out?
Yeah, I
Mess it up.
just start like mushing blood around and.
I cautiously back away.
Uh-oh.
Are we not supposed to
Okay.
mess it up?
They rub out some other runes.
Anything that has any sort of give to it, just start like.
There's a
adding
bit of a
letters.
crack and a whiff and a spickle in the air as the magic fizzes out after having been...
Fizzes out. High five.
We're
Flashed
magic
away.
too now.
You guys
We
did it.
unmagic things.
I magicked it.
I can
And
break magic.
As it does so, the there is a loud pop and a fizz as the remaining magic left in the sphere kind of like cracks asunder, and almost for a glitch of a moment, there's a crack of thunder, and you see for a split second this massive hulking demon. And then then it like zaps out, and it just kind of looks up like it was just on the toilet, and then it zaps out again, and then there's another demon there, and it looks very shocked, and then there's another crack of thunder again, and as like several different demons start cycling through, as if the circle is caught on an infinite loop, and it just continues at this stage. Like each of the demons is like summoned for a second and then unsummoned again.
We broke it.
And it just continues to go cycling through various demons appearing for no more than like 2 to 3 seconds, and some of them like try to move in a moment, and before they realize what they can do, they're snapped away, and a different demon appears.
Sebastian,
lab.
someone broke your summoning circle.
I think it works better now. I'm waving at the demons. Hey, I hope they can't come get us.
I hope they don't recognize us.
Should we leave this room? Should we?
Oh yeah.
Where are the puddle foots? The
Yeah.
puddle
Up
foots.
the
Yeah.
stairs. Up the stairs.
Follow the puddle foots. Let's go.
This could be a good trap that you can just push someone into the thing, into the circle.
That's a good one.
Just push.
Would they disappear? Oh, I have
with the
so
demon.
many questions.
Or a demon appears inside them. Like that could work.
Well, new torture chamber. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
You need a good one with every lab, you know.
Guys, my house is so much cooler than I thought.
No.
You might regret breaking that, but we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Follow those footsteps up the stairs
Yeah.
again.
Okay.
Are they still watery?
Yep.
Okay.
The footsteps come up again, another set of stairs, and again you're in another identical cube-shaped room. This one, however, is outfitted as a very nice reading room. And the footprints, there is a doorway leading out this room, almost in the same place where the staircase up in the previous room was. So the lab room, in the same place that doorway was, there's now instead a hallway. The stairs continue to go up, and this room is lit by several other of these lights around the side, but there is a warm, large brazier of warm fire lighting this room, and all the shelves are lined with books. there are hundreds of books in this room, all the way to the top of the room. So the room itself being about 80 feet wide, the books go 80 feet up, and then are lining the ceiling, and they're being like held in place. And there's a ladder that goes up along the sides and then across the top.
Oh, okay.
So much knowledge.
Crazy room.
I don't know how to look at all these books at once, but I'm gonna try. I start examining the books. I start at the bottom, and I'm like looking for something important. It's gonna be a while.
They are a collection of books on the history of magic and various different catalogs of arcane research by various mages. They don't look like spell books, more like history.
Are they well titled?
They are, and they're immaculately organized.
I'm interested in a clock tower book.
It's a good organizational system.
The books here, it would probably take a few hours to find a specific book if you are looking for one.
Well, we know where to come.
Yeah.
We have the library card. It's right above the demon door. Oops. And
Where are the footsteps going?
does it keep going up?
The footsteps are going down the hallway.
Onward and upward?
Let's
Onward
do it.
and over there?
Yeah, let's try to find out who these footsteps belong
I
to.
wanna
And
find
who's tracking all this awful water in your new house?
Told
Yeah,
you
we're
we
gonna need a mop.
Get him a towel.
A servant to
All right.
clean up.
I'll go down the hall.
As you've been following
Unseen
around, you can
servant.
see that there are definitely
can beat the
traces of
servant.
older bits of snow
Only
and
one
larger
servant.
puddles. It seems like the footprints that are going along here have deliberately avoided the brazier of fire. And as you turn down this hallway, you see that this hallway is connected to the room, is the hallway, the opposite hallway from before. You can
Oh.
see the statue of Lenneth with the cloak on it at the end of this
Oh,
hallway.
My brain.
Magic.
And there is one little set of double doors going off to the south in this hallway as well.
At least you know an easy way up and
Maybe-
down.
And the footprints lead to that door.
It's a snowman. And it's possessed. I'm just... Look, you're the magic guy.
What's a snowman?
The thing we're chasing. That's why it's
Oh.
like avoiding the fire. The snowman.
So this is the hallway that led out the other way that we didn't go, not the
Mhm.
big double doors, where
Mhm.
we can see the double doors. And you said there's another door?
Yeah, there's another set of double doors going to the south down the middle of this hallway.
Should we try those doors?
Yeah, let's see if we can, like, is it the same innate doors or just regular doors?
Regular doors.
Let's go down them.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Onward.
We're just like now kind of getting a bit speedy because we're just like, wow, these footprints are taking us everywhere.
Yeah, and
Get down to the
Do the
bottom.
is
water
kind of like-
footprints go into
Yeah,
those
they
doors?
do.
Ooh.
I'm feeling much more comfortable in your new place.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
getting my wits about me. I understand the architecture. You know, if you head up that staircase, you end up over in this hallway. It makes perfect sense.
You know, clones of moms.
I'm
and stuff
trying
like
to
that.
avoid it.
I'm like trying to draw a map, and you just see me like ripping pages out and crumpling them, and be like,
You need to learn how to draw perspective just to draw the map to your house.
it's like that staircase that you.
Yeah,
never
yeah.
ends, you know.
I go up to the doors and I slowly push it open.
Beyond is a frigidly cold room. It is piercingly cold. Like, you know how cold it is outside today here in Canada?
Like negative.
Way
30.
colder than that.
That's
in fact,
really
there's
cold.
a blast
Plus
of
wind chill.
frigid wind as you open it up. As you look beyond, you can see that the opposite end of this room ends in another crystal observation glass. But in the center of this room is a pillared staircase leading up to another spherical orb. This one, however, is not it's not translucent. It is a closed sphere of metal that glows softly in vibrant hues of blue, purple, yellow, and green. And it is hissing slightly, you can see that the metal sphere is sectioned, like it opens up in two halves, and there's hinges on opposite sides. It has been closed, and there's latches on the front of it.
Is it the same size as the other one?
Roughly, yes.
And in like the same position, like in the middle of a room?
Yeah.
Okay.
And do we see the footprints now? Probably ice because it's so cold in
Completely
here.
ice. The whole floor of the room is ice.
I do a risky business slide into
Okay.
the room.
You risky business slide into the room.
Cool.
You want to open up the sphere?
I try to as well, and I fall.
Okay, you slip and fall.
Yeah, let's try to open it.
I dig my claws in as I'm going.
Okay. Try to open
I'm
it.
gonna
I feel
try
like
to
we should-
pry open the hissing globe in the middle of. Wow, that I'm saying it out loud. No.
We've become
Pluto ain't scared.
desensitized to danger in
Yeah.
this place.
What's in here?
As you pull open the globe, in the middle is a woman wearing a tattered robe. Her skin has turned slightly gray, almost like that kind of gray blue of someone that's suffering from frostbite. And she has dark hair, and her face is exactly the same as Lena. It is Lena, and as you open it up, she screams at you. She says, "No, get away, get away! What are you? You can't be here.
Oh my
You
gosh.
must leave.
Are you okay?
Mom?
Who are you?"
Sebastian,
"I don't know who that is,
I'm your son.
but you don't belong here. These are my chambers, and you will leave now."
I followed your clues. I read your journal.
"What journal? What clues?"
I've been looking for you my whole life.
Oh, can I want to give her some of the robes from the.
You are intruders here. This is my sanctum. How did you get past?
The puzzle.
You may leave now with your lives.
Mom.
And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
I told you she was alive.
I have a million questions. Oh. Oh gosh.
Whoa.
Is she a snowman? That's my question.
Do you?
Why do we keep finding important people that want to kill us? Oh, boy.
First
That
the
we
queen,
love.
now your mom.
And it's always people that it's like you care about. It's like
That's what Drakkenheim does to you.
I care about the queen.
Crushes
I'll
your
kill you.
soul. It takes all caring
Hi,
out.
Mom. I'll kill you. And then Jupiter.
I'll kill you.
Jupiter's nice.
I love Jupiter.
Well,
Okay.
that was a lot of fun.
That's good.
And we will be back at this next week on our regular day of Tuesdays. So we're shifting back from Mondays to Tuesdays. Hope you can all join us. Thank you to those of you who have been able to join us because it's on Mondays, but we are heading back to our regular scheduled days of Tuesdays going forward from here. But we are so excited to be back at it. Thank you all so much for watching. We got a few last thank yous for the episode. First of all, a big thank you to our awesome cast: Veo, Sebastian, and Pluto, aka Jill, Kelly, and Joe. A huge thank you to Kyle for running things behind the scenes tonight, and Clayton for keeping things organized. He couldn't be with us tonight, but big thank you to both you guys for keeping us all running smoothly, and Kyle as well for managing chat tonight. And we got a few other shoutouts and thank yous.
If you're enjoying the stream, you can check us out on Patreon. You can find that by following the links below or at patreon.com/dungeon_dudes.
And of course, this episode was generously sponsored by Skull Splitter Dice. You can check them out at skullsplitterdice.com if you're interested in a set. We are giving away a free set every month on the show, so you can follow the links below
All
for
the
that.
links.
Again, if you're already following us or subscribed to us on YouTube, you only have to confirm your entry. We don't ask anything else from you. We're not going to spam you with a mailing list or anything like that. It's really just like, thank you for subscribing and following us. and you get a +1 as well if you follow us on Twitter.
+1.
As well, you can head on over to skullsplitterdice.com and use the discount code DDUDES if you do want to pick up a set of these awesome metal dice for yourself. Thank you so much for that. You can don't forget to check out our new videos on Thursdays where we cover everything D&D. We got the Cantrips video dropping this week, and lots more cool stuff to come. We're about to shoot another block of episodes early in February. So if you got any suggestions for topics you want to see us cover, we kind of got a few gaps. We're not out of ideas, but it's just like this is not a good opportunity to.
What's
get
more
some...
important, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we got lots of things we'd like to cover, but we'd always like to hear what you guys would like to see from us. Cool. And you can also find the prior episodes of the campaign there as well.
Game session again, the audio run by Tabletop Audio, free and fun, and
if you haven't checked that out, Tabletop Audio has awesome ambient soundtracks for your game, including much of the music that you heard here tonight.
And the narration for the introduction, narrated by 100 Years Bore. Thank you so much.
Thanks, 100 Years Bore. Oh, hey. Our game accessories were generously provided by Axe and Shield. We use the initiative tracker here today. And once again, no flying has occurred, but we do have really cool flight stands and all sorts of cool accessories from Axe and Shield. So thank you.
And if you are wondering, our terrain was all made by Dwarven Forge. You can check them out at dwarvenforge.com. And we also use the official D&D miniatures as well as some stuff by Hero Forge. So if you are wondering where we get our cool swag, that's where. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time in the Dungeons of Drakkenheim.
Thank you.
Bye.